I'm always a step ahead because I'm trying to lead it to a dead end.
What do you
I'm
say?
just like, no. Hey, you got any fun plans tonight? No, just about to go home and have myself a night.
And they
Yeah.
go,
Do you ever ask them, what do you have going on tonight?
I don't want to talk, so I don't want them to ask me, so I don't have to ask them.
For sure.
I want to say, do you cut hair? She says yes. I said, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Isn't it more annoying to you that Brock holds up one ear of his fucking headphones?
What do you want me to do?
Brock, it doesn't matter if you're on that side or this side. You're gonna get you're gonna get it.
And
either
throat
way.
clear.
But what do you
Just in
want me to
time
do?
for his
You
throat
can't-
clear.
I turned away. No one heard
can't
it.
Run, dude.
No one heard
You
it.
can't run.
Did
you
I not
definitely
turn
can't
away?
hide. Maybe you did. Maybe you did.
Maybe.
I just literally see at the corner of my eye this, and it just pissed me off.
Why does it
dude.
piss you off?
don't
Why don't
know.
you just live your life? I'll live mine.
It's this excuse every time, too. Live your life, live all of mine.
Is it not true?
What's up with your other ear?
Well,
It's missing out on the action.
I need to know what's going on.
All right.
That's what the headphones are for.
Yeah.
Our
Well,
voices all come through the
if
headphones.
the puppy moves, I'm on it. So
Jesus Christ. Within fucking 2 minutes, he's fucking got a comment about it. Jesus.
Hopefully Terry doesn't slam any doors.
Hair's gone. Let's fucking get this goddamn video going.
Yeah, this guy, he
Jesus
just got a new
Christ.
dog. No, this guy, just a cool old guy sleeping in his polo shirt.
Love
It's
it.
a fun one. I just like, okay, so what you're going to see is this dad sleeping and this kid fucking with his dad, and his mom's trying to be the third party savior,
Okay.
and she's trying to calm the situation.
Uh-oh.
Great.
Hit it when you're ready.
He's so mad.
Oh
He's got an
no.
egg in a bowl.
No, you're gonna get it everywhere. Stop it. What are you saying? God damn it, Danny. I just told you not to do that.
Fuck was that? Are you fucking kidding me?
I just like how simple it was.
It's like, God damn it. Tony.
Yeah, he got a bowl just small enough to fit one egg yolk, and he poured it directly in his dad's open mouth while he was sleeping.
Spit it out.
Yeah,
Dude.
But what's funny about it is his mom was watching the whole time. She's like, "I told you not to do it. It was gonna get everywhere. Put a tarp down."
I love his sleep face. He's fucking knocked.
No,
Yeah.
He's done.
I mean, he's knocked.
I mean, it looks like a class.
But he wakes up pretty quick.
He does. Of course, because the fucking
Oh,
egg
that
in
was
your mouth.
disgusting. Look at that.
well, half
Fuck was
half the yolk stays in his mouth and half of it falls out, and then his wife tries to grab it.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah,
That's tough.
That's a man that if you told me he was dead, I wouldn't not believe it.
Yeah, no. I get it.
You can slightly see the moment that the fucking yolk goes in his mouth.
Yeah, it's a dead guy summer.
Yeah. Oh, let's watch this one more time here.
Oh my god.
Just watch the yolk.
Danny, no, you're gonna get it everywhere. Stop it. What are you saying? God damn it, Danny. I just told you not to do that.
Fuck was that?
I love how the mom's just worried about it's
She's
gonna go
smiling though.
Yeah,
She's
no, she's
smiling.
having
which is-
fun.
She's like, I don't want to get in trouble for this. I wasn't a part of it, but you
Yeah.
should stop.
He looks like he's gonna cry. The dad looks like he's gonna cry when he wakes up.
I think he's just confused.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
What's going on?
Is-
Yeah, what is-
yeah.
The fuck was that?
Yeah.
He's listening to the fade outs of the Fox News in the background.
I just want to
come on,
admire
dog.
this. I just want to admire this guy's jean shorts as well. Total dad moose knuckle, bro.
Hell
Dude,
yeah.
that right leg is pulled up.
Yes, it is. I mean,
That's
that's
not his
a
moose knuckle, dude.
that's a moose.
Do they have a
knuckle,
picture
bro.
of Michael Jackson in the back?
I don't know if that is Michael Jackson.
Looks
or
like
not.
I think
Michael
it
Jackson.
is.
It definitely looks like it, but
Yeah.
It's a good eye.
Isn't that odd to just have a big ass Michael Jackson picture?
Dude, he's just like sitting there watching his wife wipe off this egg yolk, and he's like, "What's going on?"
Fuck is that?
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Fucking kidding me?
It's
and I just want to say is his wife was watching long enough to say no before he did
Oh,
it, but didn't actually do anything to
100%.
intervene. She wanted it to
100%.
happen.
Is that like a
Like you
bad
said, she was
relationship, you
smiling.
think?
I
Or?
don't know, maybe.
Maybe
She's like,
she was
no,
smiling.
get another one.
Yeah, no.
Get another one. Come back in 20 minutes.
Fall back asleep.
Wait, is there a time where you've been bothered in your sleep that it's just pissed you off so
I mean, we've
much?
talked about it. It's not that cool though.
Have we talked about it?
I mean, yeah, I got scratched. I got scratched.
I
You
scratched
guys scratched my eye.
Oh yeah.
You guys threw a cardboard box at me when I was sleeping.
Mountain Dew
I
box.
wasn't involved.
Scratched my eye.
I wasn't involved.
Mountain Dew box.
Scratched my eye.
Yeah.
Bad.
I feel like anybody gets fucked with in the room while they're sleeping and gets the most angry.
Dude,
it's
did
definitely
we tell
Blake.
the story about fucking with Skylar in his sleep and we gave him the chip?
Yeah.
Dude, did we tell that story?
Yeah. No, I don't think we've told it, but
Dude, it's fucking
yeah.
hilarious.
Oh, and he starts
He
eating
literally,
it, right?
no, he literally slept.
His mouth was wide open.
He's essentially just like this guy, but he's on his back. Yeah, which is so weird. He's on his back. Mouth breathing like a motherfucker, dude. Jesus Christ. And so we're like, hey, guess what? You know what'd be really
Bacteria's
funny? Bacteria's literally. You know what'd be funny? Fucking Dorito. Put it in his mouth. He somehow senses it. Bites it, dude.
Stays eyes closed.
Yeah. Didn't
Eyes
wake
closed.
up.
Didn't wake up.
Ate the chip.
Chewed it. Swear to God, dude, it's the fucking craziest thing I've ever
I
seen.
feel
in my
like I
life.
was here,
He literally
but
goes,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of like it was kind of like one of those where Blake said, where you're just like,
kinda
and then you roll over and you're like,
Yeah.
Like he's half awake, but like he understands what's going on. But
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you roll right.
You realized
back
it
to
wasn't a
sleep.
phallus and it wasn't anything to be worried
Yeah.
about.
yeah, no,
He goes, that tastes good.
no, that's a
Mm.
Dorito. Yeah, no.
And then he had
I'll swallow
then he had a
that.
dream about Doritos.
Seriously?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
You ever have shit that like in the real world plays in your dream though? It's fucking weird.
What do they say about dreams when you have to imagine people? Every person you've seen a person, like
Yeah.
you haven't not seen a person, they're not in
See,
your
I
dream.
don't know though, because like I feel like I've had a dream where someone is like almost unrecognizable, or I don't know who it is. Maybe it's like in my head like a conglomeration of people.
Okay.
Like maybe it's features from this person, then maybe a made up face that I've seen.
Oh, your
Because,
brain
like-
literally makes up a person.
Yeah, like I've
Okay.
definitely I feel like I've seen people in my dreams where I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, you're right.
Or like something crazy happens.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a weird part of the brain where like you watch a video and you see somebody, you're like, I don't know who the fuck that is. But then it'll just store that bitch and then like put it
Yeah.
out there in your dream. And you're
Dunbar's
like, oh,
number though, you only have like what, 250 or something?
Yeah.
That you remember?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Very
Yeah.
weird.
It's so weird.
But there's no way, dude. What about people in a huge city? They just know a fuck ton of people.
Not 250.
I don't know.
Not 250.
Probably not.
Dude, I don't
You're
think
telling me some people,
Probably not.
dude,
Dude, that's a lot of people.
some people,
it's
that's a lot of people,
dude.
some
I
people,
can't remember two. Yeah.
some people have like birthday parties.
Name 200 people right now.
I can't. Some people have like birthday parties where like literally like 400 people show
Yeah,
up.
but that's like a friend of a friend of a friend shows up.
Yeah,
and then
you
he
don't
brings
know
3
everybody
people.
there.
yeah, but you like know of them.
That's like if I was
Like,
having a party, I'm
oh,
like, hey,
there's-
Cody, party this, bring whoever. And you
Okay.
actually bring 6 people.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than bring the same 3 people that I know, which is what we would do.
But like, are you saying?
It's crazy.
Are you saying that once you have 250 people in your memory, then the 250 first is a complete stranger, or
I think it's
No,
like
it
I think it's like a
rotates.
Rolodex. Yeah,
Yeah.
like hey, I haven't seen this person. Like I literally don't like. Let's say a family. You never met a family member and you saw him 10 years later, and maybe you were like 14, and you're like, I
Yeah.
don't know who you are.
yeah, but like
You've
I know,
obviously seen him.
I've
and
seen him
you've
before,
but you've
but like-
remembered stuff from some stuff from
but
back
like I
then.
know of them, and I had to like ask, what's their name again?
Yeah,
That's pretty much what I'm.
but
thinking.
sometimes like I'm like I don't know who the hell that is. Like I've never seen that person
Yeah.
in my life.
Oh.
But Cody, you could let's say this like
I
so
feel like
we
I
went
don't
to
do that,
school.
though. Like,
We went to school.
honestly.
Let's say 80 people in each class of our high school,
Yeah.
4
Around,
classes.
Yeah.
You can put a face to a name, or vice versa for 250 people. I guarantee.
Dude,
Be
if
you.
you, guys,
close.
if you guys sat me down for 30 minutes and gave me a list of 250
Dude,
people
I don't know if you
that
could.
I think
No
that I
chance.
think I might
What do you think
know.
would be harder though, putting a name to the face or a face to the name? Like, let's say you
Oh,
were given
a name,
face
a
names.
name to the face for sure.
You think so?
If I w-
Bro.
well, hold on, say it again. A name to the face.
Yeah. So let's say you were given.
Jesus Christ!
Let me break it.
Oh God!
Bro, how many
just
people
kidding.
were in our
Our
high
foot's
school?
just right here. I gotta touch
Almost
it.
400.
How much? What? We're in
Not
high
even.
school.
No,
Not
it would have
even.
been.
But
Let's
it was
say,
over 250.
Yeah.
I think I could name every single person from our high school.
I don't think you could.
I don't know. I
Put-
think I almost could.
put a-
I think
put-
I almost could.
Be close, but I don't think you'd be that. I don't think you'd be as close as you.
Put a. I'm still so focused on this. Put a name to the face or a face to the name. I don't get.
So
that.
like, let's say you were given. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Let's say you were given. Oh, let's say Blake's holding a handful of names.
Yeah.
He gives you a name,
You want
and
me
you
to say
have
one?
to, and you have to put it
Say
to
one.
a face,
Right now.
and
Say
you
it.
have the whole.
Mark Wahlberg. Say it.
I'm locked in on the same guy from like 4 weeks ago.
Say
love
it.
Nah, I can't even.
Nobody
say it.
remembers. They've
DS?
already had their
Everybody
250.
remembers.
DS.
No.
You just said him
AC.
last week. That's what.
His mom's a lunch lady.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No,
That's the
Cody.
one.
So let's say it this way:
That is the one.
Blake's got a hand of names,
Okay.
right? And you have a full table of faces. Blake hands you a random name. I guarantee you cannot get to 250.
What if it was like one of those like where they just put
250 is a
250 over
lot.
here, 250 over here, and then you just got to draw the lines, and then it's fucking madness.
That would be nice.
No, but you definitely couldn't though. Like I don't know.
No, not.
I don't think you could.
250 is tough.
250 is a lot. It's a
250 is a
lot.
lot
It's a
more
lot
than you
more than
think.
you think.
But you
for
were walking
sure.
through the halls. You didn't see one person that you didn't recognize.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, but that's different. But you
that's-
didn't know
It's a
everybody's
face
name.
though. It's not a name. Yeah.
So think of it like when they would call somebody's like, so-and-so report
But I
to
feel
the...
like I know a lot of people.
I don't remember ever they calling somebody that I did not know who it was.
Right.
No.
I don't think so.
I mean, there would be times where...
I'm 100% with Brock.
Dude, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Like,
And
for
like,
me,
dude, especially thinking about like I have a pretty fucking big family, and like there's a lot of people in my family that I'm like, oh yeah, Aunt fucking what's her dick? Yeah. Great aunt bitch. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But
I
don't
feel
know,
like that combined with school, especially social media, dude. Some people have a fucking 1,000 followers, and some people like don't even try to have 1,000 followers. They just know 1,000 fucking people. You know what I mean? And I feel like they can name fucking 300 of them or something like that.
I don't know.
I don't know,
The
dude.
number's specific to the person, but I don't think it's much more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just feel like it would be hard for you to
And I feel like
do that name.
These are
Say-
like
what-
people
what
to
would-
maintain a relationship with. Like,
Okay.
you would walk
Oh,
up and
right.
see him and be like, "Hey, man, what's
hello.
going on?"
Yeah,
Or, "Hey,
absolutely.
how you been?" Like,
No, 100%.
but I'm saying
no.
but I'm saying people that you've even known for like you're saying people in high school, which yeah, live in high school forever, guys. It's cool. But like people in high school,
It's just an example.
I'm just fucking. With you. But like even in high school, like those people, like I don't know, you might recognize their face, but like every person to know their name is pretty skeptical. But also, it's not like you're walking through school and you're like, hey,
Yeah, no, you're
hey.
right.
You got 12 people that you've been hanging out with.
Unless
the
you're
When you say
Brock,
that,
and
yeah,
he's-
no. When you put it that way,
Yeah.
no
Nope.
chance.
Unless you're Brock and he's walking through the halls and actually doing that.
What's the
'Cause
name
he's a
of the guy?
fucking
Yamamoto?
lunatic.
What do you-
What'd he say?
What?
The name of you said the name of the 250? Something 250?
Dunbar's
me to do?
number.
Dunbar's number. Okay. I said I don't know why I said Yamamoto.
Santiago and Dunbar.
I don't know why I said Yamamoto, but yeah, that I feel like is the way to go. The whole you're gonna have a relationship with these 250
Well,
people.
just even people that were like, if I were even to see like maybe Brock's grandpa,
yeah,
I don't know him that well. But
Yeah.
I'd be, hey Randy, or hey,
Yeah.
hey guy, like I know
Yeah.
him. You know what I mean? It's not like
Yeah.
we're friendly and like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
right.
Hey, passing by.
But if you
I feel like that's more of what Dunbar's number is rather
For
than
sure.
like matching a face to a thing. But
But if you see somebody that you went to high school with, I know we're bringing back high school, but if you went to high school with and it's been fucking 6 years,
someone took their place in your number though.
it's true, right?
Someone from work now took their place.
Exactly.
Or someone from
exactly.
your new, you know.
So you're not gonna be like, "Hey, how are you?" You're gonna try to avoid them. You see them in the store, you're gonna be like, "Oh,
There's
God."
so many times I see people in my job and I'm like,
Not dead yet, huh?
Yeah, I don't. I like avoid them. I'll avoid them because I'm like, I don't have anything to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I just
it's
have
true.
nothing.
What are you gonna say?
Which is
Hey
awkward.
there.
My life sucks.
How's life?
Well,
And I'm sure yours does too.
Oh, what are you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's,
what am I gonna say to those people? You know what I
I
mean?
started a podcast. You want to listen?
Yeah.
I could say that. I don't know.
pump those numbers up, dude.
If anyone would say that, I'd be like, get out of here.
yeah, no,
It's
right.
true.
Like, this
It's
guy's
true.
A fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
It's true, very true.
Yeah.
Dude,
Uh,
this has really nothing to do with that, but I just thought about some crazy people from our high school. There's got to be some like fun like QAnon guys, right?
Hopefully.
yeah.
There's got to be a couple,
Sure.
right?
Some alt
sure.
rightist type
Well, I think
of deal
there is
thing.
a QAnon guy a grade above us.
Okay.
Well,
It just seems like
don't
there
want
has
to
to
say his
be.
name.
But anyway,
do you care for sharing at all?
I don't want to say his name.
no, the whole reason I was bringing it
we
up,
can bleep his name.
you know, like the QAnon shaman dude that got
Yeah.
arrested at the Capitol.
Is that the Buffalo head guy?
Yeah. Did you see what his lawyer said?
No.
Okay. So obviously a bunch of them got arrested. He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's the defense for like I guess a bunch of these people.
Okay.
Not just the QAnon shaman, but that's obviously his main guy because everyone knows who that is.
It's gonna be
But
a
he's
rough job.
yeah, he's representing.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
but you're making money regardless.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
But you're representing, you know, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what he was on. Let's see. Damn. Well, anyway, he was saying that the QAnon shaman had Asperger's, and that's why it should play a factor in his being sentenced. And then he went on to say, a lot of these defendants, and I'm going to use the colloquial term, perhaps disrespectfully, but they're all fucking short bus people. These are people with brain damage. They're fucking retarded. They're on the goddamn spectrum. That's what his lawyer said.
Doesn't seem like that rough of a job now that he says that.
Isn't that insane?
That's fucking wild.
That's insane. But is it like also kind of a defense thing?
Yeah.
Do you think he actually thinks that, or is
A
he
little
just
bit.
saying that?
Well,
because
dude,
Probably a little bit of both because it builds the best case for you, and it might be the most true. They're not mutually exclusive. You can have both of those things be true.
True.
And also, you can be a lawyer and not be a bad guy and serve for the defense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But,
You-
yeah.
but isn't
that's-
he essentially saying that everybody that took, I don't want to get too fucking crazy here,
Yeah.
but everybody that took Trump's word or some shit like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he didn't incite the riot, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Anyways.
Yeah.
But, like, is he basically saying that anybody that fucking stormed the Capitol is fucking retarded?
That's pretty much what he said. Pretty much everybody he's defending, they're all fucking short bus people.
I'm gonna use the colloquial term and say that they're all Sherbrooke people. They're a little fucking retarded. They're on the fucking.
You guys
spectrum.
ready for the
dude,
next
going
next
to the
paragraph?
Capitol, yeah, sure.
The lawyer's name's Watkins, so let's say that ahead. But he said, setting aside Watkins' bigoted and ableist language that was also outdated, Asperger's syndrome, along with other autism permutations, was folded into the umbrella term of the autism spectrum disorder in 2013, which is kind of weird. That Asperger's, even though it is different, that they still kind of classify it in the same
Autism.
and they really don't know what that is still, right?
I don't know what it is.
Like they're still.
Didn't Elon Musk say he has Asperger's
He
now?
does, yeah.
So like yeah.
Isn't it just like a high functioning, like a?
Yeah.
But you're just kind of odd.
But
You're
anyway,
not
this
bad.
article just says that like obviously he's using this the autism thing as an excuse for bad behavior and just all this stuff. But I just thought it was so
fun.
ridiculous that his lawyer came out and was like,
hilarious.
"Hey, guy's a fucking idiot. Okay, let's get that straight. All right,
He's a few sandwiches short of a picnic.
yeah."
Yeah.
But he's gonna end up making the point that like these people are so stupid that they went along with it and they didn't have any say so. Which no, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
It's a defense that might work in court.
Yeah, it's not gonna. But
Who knows?
That's tough.
could you imagine though, like your lawyer goes in the news and be like, "Pff, fucking short bus."
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
And you're just sitting there behind him, just like,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
Wasn't me, it was him.
I just thought it was insane though, and I was like, dude,
That
that's
is fucking
that's
nuts.
nonsense.
Yeah. I mean,
He's paying him money to call him retarded.
Yeah.
if we get you out of jail, who the fuck cares?
I mean, you're not
Yeah, well,
wrong.
that's
You're not wrong.
You still got Asperger's regardless.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Do people that like have Asperger's? Do you think they seek out like, hey, do I have Asperger's? Like, do you think they like seek out like doctors like, hey, diagnose me with fucking Asperger's?
I think maybe.
You think so?
I think maybe. I think it's probably. I don't know about Asperger's because Asperger's seems a little bit more like specialized, and it definitely seems like those people know what's going on. But I
Yeah,
feel like
oh, fuck
autism.
yeah.
Like I've heard about people with autism like not knowing until later in life. And
Right,
it's
which
like,
is crazy.
So what's different?
We
What's
just watched.
Asperger's,
We
though?
just watched the Love on the Spectrum, and there was this weird autistic couple. I don't know what to say. Weird.
Whoa.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
There was just this autistic couple, and this one guy was like, "Yeah, I was diagnosed last year," and he's like 19. He
That's
was
wild.
just diagnosed with autism. It's crazy. Like he's always been like an oddball and shit like that, but it was nuts.
Yeah. Asperger's is just like a higher functioning version of it. I guess I don't really know.
Yeah. My there's a kid I work with, and I don't know why he told us this, but he told us that his parents had suspicions, so they got him tested for Asperger's when he was like 15,
And he's not.
and he wasn't. And I'm like, dude,
You just like stacking the soup cans outside the cabin. What's wrong with that?
If you get tested for Asperger's and you fail, that's not a good look,
Dude,
bro.
that's bad.
Come on.
yeah,
Not a good look, right?
yeah, no, I was like, why would you tell me that? I mean, you're not gonna live that one down.
Maybe you do have Asperger's.
Yeah, maybe you do. Oh, did you check the doctor's credentials?
Doctor's like, yeah, it doesn't look like you got Asperger's, but like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on with this
Fucking
guy?
Sue sandwiches, few sandwiches short of a picnic.
Yeah.
Why does this guy have every Lego set since 2003, dude?
Dude, we watched
To
that
completion.
That is fucking
Love
weird.
on the Spectrum.
A lot
thing.
of them love.
Dude, this guy has a full fucking replica of Big Ben, and I'm talking this bitch is 8 feet tall and fucking like 4 feet wide.
Fucking talented.
Holy shit, dude! This
Yeah.
thing had to take him like a
Talented
year.
kid.
Is it the Lego one?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, those fucking things are nuts.
Dude, they just have like this one thing that they're really, really, really super
Yeah.
passionate about. It's just crazy.
And they're most of the time like super, super smart.
Oh my god, yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Yeah.
I just love stacking cans. No, I was looking at this medical textbook at autism one time, and that was the photo. It was a little kid stacking cans outside his cabinet.
No, it wasn't.
Really?
That was like one of
Do
his
you
things.
guys
Yeah, that was like one of his
Just
things.
like,
Like,
a,
like
a
something,
weird, like a
yeah,
different,
like something that he just liked to do and something that he was really interested with.
they
He
just focus on one thing and just
Yeah.
get obsessed.
Do you guys
That's
remember
great.
when we were like 6th or 7th grade and my mom was like studying to be like a medical something like that?
Yeah.
And she had a medical textbook.
a bad one.
A bad one.
Bad one.
A bad one.
Very bad.
And so like we got a hold of it and we saw some pretty fucked up shit on there.
Yeah,
dude.
I
And
remember that.
we were young, dude. We were like 6th grade. Were we in
it was
were we in middle
educational.
school?
Yeah, it was middle school.
I don't even know.
Saw some
Yeah,
vagina.
like
No,
we
it would
were-
be like literally. I feel
we
like
would look up like penis. 'cause,
I
like,
feel
we would like
I feel like I would come over to your house like once in a while, and you'd be like, dude, page 368. You have to see 368. Look at this, and you'd be like,
I would just like look at like I don't know why I would just like look at shit and there would be like fucking
That's
herpes,
where I
and
saw.
I'd be like,
What do you call
genital herpes.
What do you call the? They're usually tall, small testes.
Oh, dude,
what do you call that?
fuck, ah, son of a bitch.
Elephant disease.
No,
Marfan syndrome.
Marfan syndrome.
So
You're
I saw. That's
exactly
where I saw
right.
Marfan syndrome for the first time, and just shit like that. And then I met a kid, and he's like, "Yeah, I got Marfan syndrome," and I was
What's-
like, "Whoa,
What is that?
He's just like super tall. His bone structure is like weird, like
Yeah.
super long, but they're like testicles and like their dick are like
Yeah. It's
Really
like long, it's like
tiny.
long it's like
Yeah, long
it's like
fingers,
long
long
arms, and
appendages,
yeah, it's
yeah.
like shit categorized as like for whatever reason you grow longer.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Okay.
So what happens if you just have a small dick asking for a friend?
Nice.
lop it off,
Oh,
feed it.
get her doing.
fucking useless.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, how do you spell it? MAR.
FAN.
Yeah.
I would not have spelled it that way.
There you go.
Yeah, Marfan syndrome. Long arms, legs, and fingers.
You can live a decent life with it, but you have sometimes heart conditions and shit,
Yeah.
underdeveloped like congenital defects and stuff. It's rare, fewer than 200,000 cases.
Right.
Which, you know,
Affects the heart.
Was your heart
eyes,
enlarged?
Blood vessels
Guessing?
and bones.
I don't know. Truly.
tall, thin legs, long arms, fingers and toes, which is kind of a weird description, but
And I can just.
it's just a
I
cool
got
thing I saw.
surgery.
It's a cool thing I saw in a medical
Yeah,
textbook.
it's kind
in
of a
sixth grade.
weird, a different
But
thing.
the picture of the man was him completely naked, and it was just
Tiny balls,
it
Seriously?
didn't
tiniest balls in the
it
world.
didn't look like those pictures. I feel like the one to your left, right there, is similar to what we saw, but he was naked,
Yeah.
and he had a really
Interesting.
It's something
Tiny
about the
package.
sternum too. Everyone I've seen with Marfan syndrome, I don't know if it's
Yeah,
a
it's
characteristic,
like
but their sternum is
something.
like not. I don't know if it's just not the bone structure or what the case is.
pectus avidicum is whatever it called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, just some shit that like I would literally just like go through it and be like, oh, that's fucking.
422. That's a blown off toe right there.
I would just look at pictures. I wouldn't. Of course, I wouldn't read anything. I would just be like, oh yeah. Oh my god,
Yeah.
look at her tits.
I remember you should, and that was like, at least for me, that was like fresh of like, that's what a vagina is. I now know what that
Like your
is.
first pictures
Genital
you were
fournier.
seeing?
Yeah, like you know what it is,
Seriously.
but you're just
Genital
like,
Genital
didn't see that.
warts.
yeah, but you're just like, oh, that's what it looks like. You know what I mean? I mean, we had to be 5th, 6th grade.
Oh,
Okay.
we were young.
Yeah.
we were young.
Yeah.
I remember looking. I
Uh-oh.
remember looking up labia.
That's nice. What it look like?
It was not good.
Not good.
Major or Minora, brother. Hell yeah,
Dude,
baby.
you're science.
The big baby, the big boy. It was fucking crazy.
Big
I just
boy.
remember seeing it go like, close it. Like one of those, like, oh,
And then like 20 minutes later, you
I
come
saw
back.
too much. And then you're
Yeah.
like, why did it look like that way? Why does it look like bologna?
It look like a cold cut.
Cold cut combo, baby.
Brock, what have you got? I know you got something.
No, I don't have it. I got measured today.
You got measured
I had
today?
my official height today.
He's wearing shoes. I don't believe him.
I was not wearing shoes.
Doctor has a shoes on policy.
I was not wearing shoes.
Just
Got measured. Good and bad.
5'9".
Bingo.
Yeah.
And I hated it.
I mean, it's about right.
I was always under the impression.
I
I
mean-
knew I was wrong.
I mean, we always joke, but like, we're the 5'9", 5'10" gang.
It's a 5'9"
Yeah.
club.
Yeah.
We're all like the same height.
What's
Yeah.
the good?
You're a
Same
little bit
height. I've
taller.
always been a little taller than everybody.
What's the good?
Okay.
10 years ago, dude. Get over it.
What are you talking about?
When you were a giant,
6th grade, this guy had
Fifth
fucking
grade, maybe? Fifth
leg
grade?
hair.
fee, fi, fo, fum, and then we went up the beanstalk and tried to steal your shit, and you
Six-
said, mm-mm.
6th grade, we were all the same height.
No.
You were bigger for
You
sure.
were for sure.
I
You were
might
tall-
have
you were
I might have
taller
been
than
a
me.
little bit taller.
You were
7th
definitely
grade,
taller
we were
than
the
me.
same
Me
height.
and you were big in 6th
Yeah.
grade.
He was definitely big. I
Yeah.
remember seeing a picture of you in 7th grade. I was like, this
He
is
was a
an
big
adult
boy.
man.
He was a big boy.
Yeah.
I was
Me and
only,
you were
I was
both
maybe
big.
5'6", 5'5" in 6th grade.
You were right there in 8th grade.
I was close. Yeah, 8th grade.
By the time we were in high school, we were the
8th
same
grade,
height.
I was already 5'9".
Yeah.
Like, I have not
Damn.
grown since then.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Like, yeah.
My shoe size hasn't changed since 6th grade.
Mine neither.
What?
Yeah, my shoe size
6th
hasn't
grade?
changed
Dude,
since
I
6th
wore
grade.
size 8 in the 3rd grade, and I wear size 11 now. I'm not even shitting
The
you.
third grade.
Third grade, I wore size 8s.
Holy shit!
I remember because I had a pair of Nikes that were dope as fuck, like some late '90s like retro basketball like Nikes, and they were straight up size 8s.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You were a big boy
Yeah, dude, dating
Grown
literally
boy.
since kindergarten. Like in our kindergarten picture, like I was fucking huge, dude.
Yeah.
Like I
Wow.
remember when we took like buddy pictures in kindergarten.
Yeah.
You take a picture with just somebody in the
sure,
class.
yeah.
Really?
It was just like one
Did
of
we
your.
do that?
It was like one of your first
Not with
weeks
you.
of kindergarten. Like you got a bro. Like, hey, you want to take a picture with your
meant
bro? Take
buddy
a picture.
pictures. You fuck.
And so I took a picture with this kid, Jacob Sparkman. Shout out Jacob Sparkman.
Yeah,
Deep cut.
that is a deep cut.
Fucking deepest cut of
That's
all
a
time.
name I haven't heard
seen
in
him since probably 4th grade,
That's
right?
250.
So yeah, Jacob Sparkman, right? He got a picture, and I was this much taller than him in kindergarten.
Holy shit!
Yeah, like I was huge, dude. I was
You're a big
huge
boy.
all the way up until like 5th grade, and then I was like normal. I was still like a big guy, but
Yeah.
I was still like normal height.
Yeah. No, I literally remember wearing size 10 in like 6th, 7th grade
That is crazy.
because,
We would go shopping, and it was
Yeah.
same size.
and I remember those red Jordan basketball shoes you wore for 7th grade basketball.
Yeah.
They literally fit me, and they were a size 10.
Yeah.
And then I bought a pair of Nike Shocks because that was the thing, right?
for sure.
Everybody fucking had them. Shout out Marcus Burdett.
I was just gonna say
Couple shout outs
Marcus
for the
still had
podcast.
Big ups.
Yeah. But I literally remember buying a size 10 because I found the box when I was at my parents' house a while back.
Size 10 seems crazy in middle school.
It does.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Sixth,
Yeah.
6th or 7th.
But dude,
grade.
it's kind of the same thing. Where it's like I just saw some pictures of like this pictures of high schoolers in the 80s. You're like, that's a 30-year-old person. You know what I mean?
Isn't it weird?
Dude, I just feel like we're
Like,
going
what-
backwards with aging, and us, like, there was some of us, for sure. There was for sure some of us that were old as shit by that age. Like, you were already growing some facial hair. John Boy already had a beard. Chris
Fuck
was
yeah.
like,
Boy's
Chris
beard
was
up.
like 5'10" already in like
Dude,
7th grade.
yes.
Yeah.
So like a couple of us were like decent size, but like
I'm somehow
none of-
5'9" now.
yeah,
You
but
know.
no, you know what I'm saying? Like none of us looked like grown men at 16 or 17 years old. Like you
Yeah,
see
it's
pictures
true.
and you're like, is that guy 40? And you're like, yeah, he just graduated high school.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Makes no sense.
Yeah. Life was tougher back then. Back when they had smoking circles in school, baby.
Fuck yeah.
Columbia
dude.
City still has
missed
like
it.
their smoking corridor. No one would ever like go into it though. It's literally like they have a courtyard in the middle of the school. It used to be like their smoke spot. Like until like 1990, kids would just
Right.
go out there and rip cigs, and then obviously it was just empty for the next 30 years.
You think teachers went out there and just ripped a fucking
Probably.
a cig in between labs because they're like, Jesus Christ,
I heard
fucks.
I heard a story of someone that like graduated like probably like 92, 94, somewhere in that range. And they were saying that if you were 18, you could just go smoke cigarettes like on break or whatever. Like there was a smoking section or like on your lunch or after lunch, go smoke a cigarette. But they said if you weren't 18, if you had parental permission, you could rip cigs at school.
Bro,
Fucking different
Forge-
time back then.
forged the shit out of that, bro.
And I was like, dude, that is hilarious.
Oh my god.
And like,
there
yeah,
was
we'd
shit
walk
ton.
back into this one section of the hall, and it was just fucking smoky. Like everyone was smoking cigarettes outside that door, and they said just one section of the fucking building was just smoke.
Damn.
Truly, I have a question. How do people know that you're forging signatures? Isn't that shit the
They
fuck?
don't.
Exactly.
But if you get
Isn't that
handwriting,
shit so
when you get
easy?
handwriting experts to a point, obviously you can tell. But dude, if you
Is
spend
the high school gonna get a fucking
but I'm saying,
handwriter?
if you spend enough time looking at it, you can tell. But when you got my methods, bro, you're not getting caught until the 12th time.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, there's no way they'll know.
No.
So
Yeah.
do you know how many kids get away with fucking?
By the way,
Yeah.
I thought
got
about another
detention.
part of that story. Me forging my dad's signature and getting caught like after 3 years. So originally, I got the original signature from a signed report card that I never turned back into the school. So I just had his signature on a piece of paper. And so I would just fucking trace his
Trace
signature.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I think you
fucking
told us
genius.
that.
Fucking smart.
I
No,
don't
you
think-
put it.
no.
You put it under a lamp.
I put it under a lamp, which I
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
did. But I'm saying like that's how I had his signature already.
Yeah.
It was something that he signed for me, and I kept.
Yeah. Most kids aren't that smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most kids aren't going to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, you were ahead of your time.
Yeah, that's like level 10 shit.
Yeah,
dude.
you were
yeah,
on some
true.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you might catch me,
Nah,
but
smart.
see in 5 years.
No.
Brock, what was going through your head when they told you were 5'9"?
No, exactly. Yeah. So I s- like
You're
I
like,
was
"This is it,
nervous
huh?"
to get on. Like when she said, "Turn around, I'm going to do your height." I was like, "Fuck," and I'm not insecure about it, and I don't care. But I'm very
Clearly.
You
insecure
know, when you
about
think
it.
about it, though,
Clearly.
when you're like average height in America for a man, it's like, what, 5'7"?
Yeah, like that makes
makes
me
you feel
feel
better.
good. Like I'm a little taller.
North
But-
Korea, it's like 5'4".
Yeah, like if I was in North Korea, I'm the fucking man.
Yeah.
But I turn around. Shut up, dude. And I turn around and I do it. And she said, and I'm like, I'm hoping to God. I'm hoping to God it's 5'10". 5'10". She's like, yeah, like, are you usually about 5'9"? I was like, I said, yes. Yeah, but
I guess.
then I made a joke. I was like, I was hoping for 5'10", and she didn't laugh. And I was like, fuck.
Oh no,
Okay, that didn't land. So I was kind of fucked. I was a little embarrassed about that.
She's
But
like,
yeah.
you're like, yeah, I was hoping for 5'8". She's like, all right, well, we'll send you to the next station. We'll
Yeah,
just mark
that's
that.
exactly what it was.
That's a 5'8".
Yeah, I know.
That's the worst.
She takes
feeling,
off.
dude.
She was
she
not
takes off
interested.
another inch.
No.
Yeah.
She was interested in me the whole time until it read 5'9", and then, yeah, she wasn't into it after that. But I
You were
guess
hoping for
whatever.
5'10". She was hoping for 6 foot.
Yeah, she was.
She's like, you hiding 3 inches anywhere? I
Why yet?
thought they were all supposed to be 6 foot.
Yeah, no.
Yes, I'm hiding 3 inches, but no more, no less. Just 3 inches. But yeah,
So yeah, that's
Specifically, no more.
you step on the
You
scale.
could
She's
say
like,
there was a missile and something got packed.
she's like, yeah, it looks like you're 5'9", and Brock's like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you missing?
We need a recount.
yeah. I wanted
He
to do it one
fluffs
more
his
time.
hair and just now go. Yeah.
You guys ever hear about that crazy like cosmetic surgery that they were doing in China for a while, where they were literally breaking people's fibs and fucking stretching them?
Yes, knee shit. Yeah,
Trying to make me grow?
Crazy, yeah.
Really?
It's honestly like a max of like 2-3 inches.
Good.
Because it's just bone growing where your bone is
Yeah.
supposed to be, so it takes forever to fucking heal, and it's not good at all. But it's like, yeah, you want 3 inches, and it's like, no, I don't. I'd rather just wear fucking platformers, dude. Give me some Prince shoes.
get your knees done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's fucking bad.
Almost take the
dude.
3 inches.
You would?
Almost.
Then just wearing shoes that make you taller.
I don't
Dude,
know.
here's a weird one. My dad's always been like pretty decently tall guy, 6'1", 6'2" at least.
Yeah,
And he told me he went to the fucking doctor 2 weeks ago, and he measured out at 6 foot. Motherfucker has
shrunk.
no discs in his back, and he keeps fucking shrinking.
Damn.
Keeps shrinking, and
That's
now he's
fucking
he's
weird.
lost like 2 inches in like the past like
Holy
10
shit.
years.
That's
Yeah.
a substantial amount.
Yeah,
That is a lot.
but for sure, like definitely 6'1", definitely 6'1", maybe 6'2", and
Yeah.
for sure now he's like 6 foot tall.
Jesus.
And I would just assume it's because of his back. You know what I mean?
his back's
crazy.
His back's in that rough shape.
Yeah, but it's just like this disc. It's just like, you know, this is deteriorated or this is like a lot of wear, and it's just like he used to move furniture and shit in Chicago, so it's like that shit,
Yeah.
and then it's like working manual labor for most of your life, and it's like, you know what I mean? It just puts it on you. Like, dude, you see these construction guys. As soon as they turn 55, they're getting a knee done.
Yeah.
Like my
Oh,
grandpa
yeah.
had both of his done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's shit like that. You know, it just wears on you after so long. You know what I mean? You have a limp in your step. You start walking like that. You
Oh,
walk like
yeah,
that
dude.
forever. Bam, you need a hip replacement.
Dude, there's
Or, hey, you
there's
pull
so
this-
many people
yeah.
that just like walk with that fucking
Yeah.
hip that you're like, oh,
No doubt.
see you in 2 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it's like your gait is so far
Oh,
off because you
bad,
haven't
dude.
walked normally in
Yeah.
the past 20 years. And then obviously that affects different parts of your
Mhm.
joints. It's just shit like that. I don't think it's anything like, oh, but it's like, it's old man shit, dude.
It's just it sucks to get old.
Yeah.
True.
I got my first shot of the
Oh,
tracking device
yeah.
in the arm. You know.
Get your magnet set up.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I was just like, you know, I was gonna go to the Miro Center, but they were all the way out to like June 5th. I'm like,
Really?
fuck
Wow.
those guys. I'm not going there. Well, I would
Surprising.
imagine because CDC is like, you know, if you have your second shot, you can go outside. So everybody's probably rushing, you know,
yeah.
to get their shot or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking go to Kroger, get it over with, be done with it. So I go there. They're processing my information. They're like, go sit down. The pharmacist or whoever, I'm assuming a pharmacist, comes out, the head honcho of the bitch.
For sure.
She comes out and she, you know, starts talking it up, right? She's like, yeah, big plans for the weekend. I'm like, I don't want to talk about this at all. Like, I don't, just
Dude.
shoot me and we're done. But she starts,
Shoot me and we're done.
she like gives it to me, right? And I
Oh,
stand
she
up.
gives it to you, eh?
Yeah, she gave it to me right there. And I stand up and we're talking and she's like, I was like, yeah, I work at Best Buy. And she's like, yeah, I have a really racist joke. You want to hear it? And I'm like, I'm in. I'm in.
She did not say that.
I work at Best Buy.
fucking
I'm not
Hey,
the one saying it.
Hey, I
That's
hey,
insane.
Well,
Hey,
'cause
you
I was
want me
like-
to open my ears? Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, no, sure. Yeah, sure.
It was so I was like, yeah, I work in TV. I sell TVs at Best Buy. This, that, and the third. She's like, I have a really racist joke. Do you want to hear it? She's like, I probably shouldn't tell it. I'm like,
She
no,
asked.
no, no.
She
I'm all
asked.
in. I'm all in. The bad part is
Uh-oh.
that the joke she butchered so bad.
Oh my god.
She stuttered like
Is
six
it, I was
times.
gonna say it's one of those words like, oh, what? No, what do they say? What do they say? And then
Yeah,
they
it was
can't
one of
think-
those. It
They
was
can't
one of
think
Trying
of
it
it.
out on you.
They can't
Yeah,
think
so-
of it halfway through. And it's like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So it was
And
just
you have
like
to
one
fake
of-
laugh.
Yeah, it was just like one of those where she like tried to tell this really racist joke, and it wasn't that racist. Like I was just really expecting it to be like a real funny joke, you know. And like,
What if it was
she-
just
but it-
crazy racist? Dude,
but it
that'd
was
be
like
awesome.
it was something about how the TVs are made in Asia, and some Asian comes in and wants a TV that's made in America, and it was just a bad joke. But I was just so floored by the fact that she was like, "You want to hear a racist joke?" And I'm licking my chops
Oh,
over
yeah.
here, dude.
You're
I'm like, "Let's
you're
fucking
thinking,
go."
dude, don't you? Isn't that? Does that ever make you feel kind of bad? Where you're like, we just take it to another fucking level.
No, but
Or
like,
we want you to say some hardcore shit where that makes me offended.
The-
Like, we don't get
My
offended.
thing is my thing is like I don't want to like.
Yeah,
I'm trying to like word. I don't want to like
dilly
like
dally.
promote it or what do you call it? Like endorse it. Like I'm
Okay.
not
Yeah.
endorsing it, but hey, let me know if it's good.
yeah.
That's what I
let's
want to
see
know.
it.
Yeah.
But speaking of that small talk shit, you know what my worst fucking nightmare is?
Uh oh.
Hold on, before you say this,
Go.
the reason that I wanted to hear it was because I wasn't like, yeah, she's about to tell me a really racist joke, and I'm real, I'm real racist. No, it wasn't that. It was more of the fact that like
Let's see where this is going.
Let's see where
a
this is going.
pharmacist is about to tell me a
Right.
so I'm like, I have to hear it.
Oh, for sure.
I have to,
Definitely.
So that was the reason that I was like, yes, give me the story.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was terrible. She butchered it so bad that I'm just like, after she said it, so I'm like, are we done here? And she's like, well, we do recommend you stick around for about 15 minutes. And it was like 10 minutes goes by, and I'm like, I got fucking shit to do. So I was like, yeah, I'm good. Went and bought beer and got out of there.
Yeah, you're good.
So yeah, what were we gonna say? Your worst
I
nightmare?
was just saying my worst nightmare about that small talk shit is sitting down and getting your hair cut, dude. Like I don't want
I
any
hate it.
part of that. That's the fucking worst, dude. Like
What do you? So what do you
Just cut my
say?
hair.
So what do you say when they go? So you doing anything else out here? That's what they always ask me.
I know.
So are you doing anything else? What are you out doing? And it's
Yeah.
like I'm getting my fucking haircut.
I'm always a step ahead because I'm trying to lead it to a dead end.
What do
And
you
I'm
say?
just like, no. Hey, you got any fun plans tonight? No, just about to go home and have myself a night.
and then
Yeah.
go
do
for
you
okay.
ever do you ever ask them what do you have going on tonight?
I don't want to talk, so I don't want
Right.
them to ask
Yeah.
me, so I don't have to ask them.
For sure,
True.
for sure.
I want to say, do you cut hair? She says yes. I said, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's stick to it, bitch.
It's one of those things, like, I don't mind it, but I just hate feeling like I'm in a situation, like, you don't have to talk to me.
Yes.
Like, I don't feel weird about it at all. Like, you
For
don't have
sure.
to say a thing.
Oh, dude, there's so many times where I literally, in my mind, I'm going,
Yeah.
because I just hate everything that's happening right now.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're
love
a
it.
different
I
person.
love it.
Yeah, but it weirdly like, I think you get some like erotic
No,
pleasure from
I
it or
like
some
it.
shit.
I
dude.
like small talk like that, but not when I'm
He's
captive.
like,
Like when I'm captive like that, like I
And you
don't
can't get
like
away.
it. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I have no option
You're
of being
right.
like I'm gonna walk away. You know, and
Like,
it just bothers me.
it
and I'm
would be
just
like
mm.
if you'd be like if you're at the chiropractor or some shit like that, where you're like, I can't leave right
you
now.
lean over the table and he's like, "Well, how about that QAnon shaman?" And you're like, "Yep, I'm out of here. Don't care. Just do the back, bud."
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like I get it. They're trying to
They're trying to make their day go by.
right, but
They
at the
probably
same
like
time,
maple
dude,
and-
like when I'm
Very
wheeling
nice.
people back when we're about to go to surgery, I'm not asking them how they are. I just fucking
Dead man walking.
Yeah, no,
shame, shame. Yeah, I just don't talk. You know,
Yeah.
like
You're looking at someone who's got about 2 weeks.
maybe less.
Clock's ticking.
I mean, luckily my barber's like cool and like I've
Yeah.
been doing for a while,
I
so
get it.
we've kind of built up a relationship. We just talk about shoes the entire time and it's fine.
Yeah.
But some fucking how, every time I go get my haircut, Johnny's there. Every single time, dude.
You guys have the same schedule.
I think the last 3 to 4 times I've been there, he's there.
That's pretty weird, actually.
Dude, the last 3 to 4 times, he's there.
People get their haircut.
Yeah, but like I only get my haircut once a month. So he's going either twice a week or every week. Not twice a week,
Twice a
every
month.
2 weeks
Yeah.
or, every week. And I'm just
Bi-weekly?
like, how are you here? And like just how weird it is
Bi-weekly
that like,
crazy. You get your haircut bi-weekly?
That's not that crazy.
It's not that crazy,
There's
oh
more
yeah,
take.
for
There's
sure.
more
dude.
take.
I've went a 4-month period without a haircut before, and like that's like not like outrageous for me. So
Yeah, but
to
you
me,
gotta-
that
I
is
mean,
crazy.
You got to think like people just go in there and get lined up for 20 minutes and get out of there.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Because some people's hair, like if you keep it short and not like longer, like your hair or like Brock's hair, even if you keep your hair short, you want to have that stuff keep lined up. Like you want to have
Right, I
your
get it.
lines good, and and then if you don't, it just gets all disgusting looking. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
I believe you.
Bi-weekly doesn't, the app that I book through alerts me bi-weekly to come get my hair cut.
Damn.
Yeah. It's not an
That's
uncommon
crazy.
thing. So people also do their beards there. Like there's people that don't shave themselves. They just have barbers do it.
It's probably
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah. I don't know. But every time I go there, Johnny's there somehow. I don't get it.
Same schedule.
Same schedule.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But I don't know, dude. I fucking hate making small talk with, like, especially when I'm captive like that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that way at work sometimes.
Oh, for sure. With
Like,
people,
somebody will
random
start talking
people,
to me,
and
like,
you're
even an employee
"Get-"
or a
and
customer.
You pull a Mr. Lady and you go,
Yeah.
get me out of
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Like,
yes.
people start talking to me, like, employee or customers. I'm just
Brock
like,
loves it, though.
Dude, you're trapped, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So make the best of it.
Sometimes I
Like
do.
fucking talk back, like say like
But
have fun
but-
with
but guess
yourself,
what?
like
You
say some
don't
crazy
care.
shit and
But
make
you-
yourself laugh.
You're pretty much telling a slave to work harder.
That okay. Well,
crazy.
It's kind of it kind
Well.
of is. Like, hey, if you're forcibly put in that situation, make
It's not-
lemonade out of lemons, baby.
no man.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, I mean, not in that.
I think
way.
you'd have a different view on life, you know?
I don't know, dude. But if you're in that situation, why not have fun?
This is
Yeah,
a
but we-
situation
we
where they
don't-
give you,
we
they
don't
give you
wanna be in that
spoiled
situation.
lemons and then
But
like
you
make some
are.
really good lemonade, baby.
Exactly.
Or they give you lemons
it's
with
gonna
no
be bad.
sugar.
Like you don't want to be in that situation, but you are. So why not
Yeah.
make that situation the best you can?
Brock, I got a good one
but
for
the
you,
thing
bro.
is,
You'd
though-
relate to this.
The thing is, though, like, what am I gonna do? Be outlandish and just make fun of like what? I wouldn't have fun just like saying out some outlandish shit.
You don't have to. Just
But-
say, what are you doing? They say, hey, like the doctor today. She asked me what I was doing. I said, I ain't got shit planned. She said, oh, yeah. I was like, okay, this is my turn to say, what do you got planned? She's like, I'm going to Lake Michigan. I was like, holy shit, Lake Michigan? That's awesome.
She set a trap and you fell in it.
I
Dude.
know. I loved it. That's the trap I wanted to be in.
But the thing is, okay, you go to Lake Michigan. Okay,
Okay.
cool. I like Lake Michigan too. Guess what's near
You're
Lake
acting
Michigan?
like a prisoner, dude. You're
Chicago.
like, dude, Lake Michigan, that's awesome. You have a house there? You know?
And then they
Keep
go,
making
and then you go,
conversation.
and then she goes, "Of course I am. I'm a doctor."
Say, yeah,
And then you
man.
go,
You
and
say,
then you go,
that's great.
"Shit."
You feed their ego, dude. I love watching people
But then-
feeding their ego. I love watching them just in their minds, and I'm like, this fucking person is. I
Don't you
love it.
don't you hate that person though?
Brock,
Well,
but what
I hate
happened-
it, but I love feeding their ego and like, man, this person's a fucking bitch. You know that's me. And
Brock,
that's
you
me.
would love my fucking assistant manager at work because he's the
Yeah?
same way. Like, we'll do role plays and stuff, and like, he'll always like, he'll be the customer and I'm the employee, and I'll like ask him a question, and then like at the end of the role play, he's like, "You should have asked me a follow up question, like, hey, what do you, somebody's buying a laptop for school. What are you going to school for? Nursing. That's awesome. What?
Guess what?
What are you excited about to go?
My great
What are you
nephew's
planning on
grandniece
doing
is a
with that?
nurse.
Yeah, and
I
then
mean, yeah.
there was one time where he role reversed me, so I was the customer, and he just started following up, questioning me hardcore, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to school for engineering or whatever it was," and he's like, "Oh, that's awesome. What are you going for? What are you trying to do when you get out?"
Just
This,
say
that, and the
engineering,
third,
bitch.
and I looked at him and just broke character. I'm like, I can't do it, dude.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing.
I can't
You
do it.
realize no one really cares about what you're doing.
Yeah,
So they ask you the one question, and that's it.
yeah.
You just ask them what they're doing. They're like, "Oh, this is fucking great. I know I'm going to talk about
But
myself forever."
Everything they say though, it keeps piling on me like bricks, and I'm like,
It like tears you down.
tears me
Yeah.
down.
See, I
Yeah.
get
It
that.
tears me apart inside.
I feed off
Yeah.
of that. I
Yeah.
feed off of their
Unless
energy.
there's someone with me and we
Yeah.
can make him or
Laugh.
her the butt of the joke,
Sure.
then that's fun.
Sure.
But when it's just me,
But it's like your inner self
But
is like
don't-
with you that you're making yourself laugh. You're like, dude, this fucking person thinks I care. I really don't.
But guess what?
It's fun.
Don't you run into times where you're like,
this was a grave
nothing-
mistake.
nothing that and like nothing left to talk about. You know what I mean?
Sure. That
Like, do you
happens.
like? Okay, it's like say like the doctor says, "Oh, I'm going to going to Lake Michigan." Oh my God, awesome! Do you have a house up there? Yeah, we have a house. Okay, and then you're like, is it a big house? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so then you have to ask deeper and deeper questions. And like, what if they just shut you down? Like, is it a big house? And like, yeah, it's a big house.
They do that, but they usually won't because they want to talk. People want to talk about themselves.
They don't want to talk about themselves. Like, get it? But like, don't you run into times where you
Sure.
literally are just like,
Sure, it's a two-way
Or it's
street.
just
If they
like,
don't want to play
I'll give you a
along.
good example. So there was a guy the other day at work. He's getting his car worked on by Best Buy, and he comes walking back
That's
to
weird.
like we were installing subs and
Okay.
speakers and stuff.
Yeah,
And,
pull around mobile installation. We're in the back.
And
Oil change.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he started walking back towards our department. He'd already been with a guy in a different department for 20 minutes.
Oh god.
A guy in PC for 30 minutes.
So you know he's a guy to avoid.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know he's a guy to avoid. And so
You've been into a Best Buy for longer than 50 fucking minutes. What are you doing?
but he's
dude?
just waiting. He has
Jesus.
nothing else. Where's he gonna go?
I mean, I get
has
it.
no
but
car.
Fuck.
But like, so people are on the mic like, "Hey, you got to avoid that guy. You got to get away from him." He's like talking to this guy for 20 minutes, and they're like, "Hey, you got to get out of this conversation. Like, we got shit to do, right?" He starts walking back towards home theater. There's 3 of us just standing there, not doing shit. We haven't been busy all day. Starts walking back there, and they're like, "Oh my god, that's the guy." I'm in the middle. They're on the outside. 2 of them just dart the other way, and I'm like, I can't fucking leave.
Yeah.
The guy's making eye contact, walking back
You're
here,
in
dude.
good shape at this point.
And I'm in good shape, right? And I'm thinking Brock knowing my head right
fucking
now. I'm like,
crazy,
I'm
dude.
just gonna take it on the chin and run with it.
Jesus.
I listened to this guy talk to me
Ugh.
for an hour and a half, dude.
That's why you don't entertain it.
No, dude.
Dude,
I would.
Some
It
people
got-
are marathon runners.
Dude, they're marathon.
dude,
You compete.
No, sometimes you got to get out.
I'll
Can
put it
I
to
outlast
I'll put it to you this way: 20 minutes in, he's still going on, and I'm just like here and there. I'm like, yeah. Actually, this. So he starts talking to me about TV technology, and he thinks he knows. And I corrected him on a few things. I'm like, this is at this, that, and the third. And then he just starts after the TV conversation. It just doors are wide open for anything, right? So he starts talking to me, and I'm to the point where I'm like, I'm not getting out of this. I might as well just stick it out, right? Not knowing it was going to go another 60
Yeah, but
minutes.
Wouldn't you just after 10 minutes? I'd be like, give myself a force out.
But here's
sorry, I gotta go on the radio.
But
Dude,
here's
that's what
why
I
it
would
was
do,
fun.
100%.
Here's why it was fun. He starts telling me how he was in the FBI.
Oh, and you believed
Nah,
it?
dude.
He was an older guy, right?
Jesus.
Starts telling me how he's in the
Quantico,
FBI.
baby.
Double agent.
Fucking
Yeah,
Quantico,
and
baby.
he was like, yeah, I had some security clearances, this and
Holy
third. And
shit, okay.
he goes, I knew a guy. He was a lot higher up than me, and he had a lot of security clearances. And he just starts going a lot, and I'm like, really? And I'm just getting into it at this point. I'm feeding this guy.
Yeah,
right?
oh yeah, I love
He's
that.
at the trough, and I'm just
You think
forcing
aliens
his
are
head
real?
in. Yeah. And he's like, yeah,
I would have
this-
dropped one of those for
You
sure.
had to.
Yeah.
As soon as he would have said FBI, I'd be like, aliens? Area 51?
That's perfect.
Q level security clearance?
Yeah.
Are you part of
And,
QAnon?
and so this guy's talking to me, and he goes, yeah, this guy that I know, he's a lot higher up than me. He had a lot of security clearances. And he's like, I was always curious about what they were. And one day I asked him, and all the guy said to me was, if I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Oh,
And I was
of
like, oh, this
course.
is where this is going. This is so
Dude,
fun.
Fun.
But
And-
that's the worst turn it could have took. So you're into it because you think you're gonna learn some crazy shit from this guy, right?
No, I
But
knew
then-
I wasn't going to learn anything.
But yeah,
Because
but
I was like, this
you
guy's
think that
bullshit. He's not he was never in the FBI.
Maybe a little part of you thought, "Oh, maybe I can learn. Some crazy
Maybe,
shit."
but his story wasn't convincing enough.
By the way,
know.
how crazy the person is definitely has a factor on how long I'm going to stay in.
oh,
Yeah, for
100%.
sure.
Because if I'm in a group and the guy's crazy, I might stay in for a little bit too
For
long.
sure.
But if the guy's crazy and I'm alone, I'm fucking out of there.
Oh,
dude.
100%.
I'm out of there. Yeah. Hey, let me know if you need anything. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
would never come back.
Bang.
But also, like, I'm paid by the hour, so like, I don't give a shit. I'm literally not doing anything else. We've been standing there for an hour, not doing dick.
Fucking chit chatting for an hour.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
couldn't you just go to the fucking break room or some shit and just chill?
Well, it got to that point where I was like, oh yeah, they need me in the back. You know,
Yeah.
I'll be
Oh,
back.
okay,
Or
yeah.
Manager's calling me.
They
you know, I
need me
pulled one
on
of those numbers.
Venus. It's gonna be a while before I come back.
Yeah.
If you need any help, just ask someone else.
The guy stayed there for another 2 hours.
Oh, how long does it take to get fucking subs
Well,
installed?
he was getting
Jesus
subs,
Christ.
amp, dash, or a deck kit. Like he was getting the full 9 yards. So like sometimes it can be a 6-hour appointment.
Holy fuck!
So like
Go
most people,
somewhere else, dog.
most people that are sane just have their wife drop
Yeah.
them off, and
walk
whatever.
the cold, walk the Old Navy.
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
But yeah, he was there forever, dude. And I finally learned that he was getting his car worked on 45 minutes into this conversation. I'm like, I could have gotten out of here so much sooner if I would have.
Isn't it crazy? Just some people are like that. Some people just
Yeah.
are talkers, dude, and they can just
That'll
talk
be Brock.
to you about nonsense. I don't even think Brock's necessarily a talker.
He's not.
Like there's certain people that are just talkers. When you can't get away from them, they'll pull you back in. You can try.
And those
to
are
be
people I
like-
don't respect. And I start breaking eye contact, and I'll walk away. and I've been known to do it multiple times.
Yeah.
Like people who
We had a
won't
friend.
not-
We had a friend who like I was closer to than you guys were, and it came to a point where I just didn't look at him anymore, and I was just like, I'm out of here.
I know exactly what friend
You
you're
know what I
talking
mean?
about.
It got to that point where I'm like, dude, I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make eye contact. I'm done with this conversation. Like it's a one-way street, baby.
That's a fair.
You know what I mean? It's shit
Yeah.
like that where it's like, no, I'm out.
Well, people aren't gonna ask.
You of all
like,
people
try
would
and
know.
bring you into it too, and just talk about themselves.
Yeah,
I mean, what's the point?
it's the same lane though, where I'm like, no.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about something fun, I love to talk
Dude,
about fun
exactly.
shit.
That's the thing.
I don't
is
like to
that-
talk about myself though. Like when someone asks, "How you doing?" Good, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, no.
Like
yeah.
I don't want to talk about myself
Just
at all.
because you know you don't really care about. No one really fucking cares.
Yeah.
Like they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, let's talk about something we both
Yeah.
mutually.
If we talk
want
about
to
something
talk about.
fun, then hey, I'm willing to go.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
if you
sure.
bring up how the Earth's flat, I'm in.
Sure.
I will be willing to talk about it for maybe 8 minutes.
we have 8 minutes right
minutes is-
now.
yeah.
We
And
have
I'm-
8
is a
minutes.
good-
Yeah,
Yeah.
8
Do we
minutes
not
is
have
a
8
good
minutes
amount of
right now?
time.
and I'm not like for it, but I'm willing to hear your
But
arguments.
hold on, are you?
don't
When
know,
this
it's just
motherfucker,
weird.
when like the FBI guy that Chris is talking about, when he's talking to you for an hour,
I was fully in
that's
now.
too long,
But it did get to the
but-
point where,
dude.
I had
10
people.
minutes is too long.
I had people all like radioing me like, "Are you still with that guy? What are you doing? Get out of there!" And I'm just like, "I'm having fucking fun."
Having fun. You're having fun.
Was it really fun though?
Probably.
The thing with conversations like that is it's not a two-way street.
No.
You're just literally sitting there like a wall, and he's talking at you.
You're
But the
literally
thing
watching
is, though,
TV.
Yeah.
You're watching
Yeah,
TV.
but like after 15 minutes, don't you get bored of watching that?
That's when you
shit?
break eye contact and start
Fuck yeah.
start stooping away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Start
But
slowly
yeah,
sipping away.
it's
Well,
to each his own. Yeah, it's
By the way, the guy that you were, mentioning, I don't know how many times I pulled the, "Yeah, hello," and walked away.
yeah. It's
I don't know how many
terrible.
times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But the thing
you
is,
know.
do you think that people like that just don't have the social cues, or they literally do not care?
I think in that situation it was a bit of substance abuse, but in most people's situations it's just lack of self-awareness.
But even before that,
Like they just don't have the social
I
cues
think
to
that-
be
well,
like,
I
this
just-
person
yeah.
truly does not care.
I don't think they have the self-awareness, and I think some people truly just need to talk about something. But like I'm not that.
But the thing is, though, that those people are most likely talking about themselves.
yeah.
They're most likely talking about
But
my
I assume it's
job is
because
this
no.
and that
I
and
assume
blah,
it's
blah,
because
blah.
nobody's asking you in your personal life, and you really want to tell someone.
Yeah, but
For
it's
sure,
your need to tell somebody about yourself is so hardcore that you're willing to ignore the fact that this person does not give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
yeah.
Chris asked me how work was earlier. I said good. That
Like-
wasn't the truth, but I just
Right.
didn't want to talk about it.
No, I know, but I'm saying this person would literally have a conversation with you for 10 minutes about themselves and only themselves.
Yeah.
And you would sit there and add nothing to the story. You would sit there and
Yeah.
You know what's
Nod your
worse
head.
about me asking
your
you
head.
how work was? That was my conversation starting. And you said good, and I was like, "Whoa, that was a dead end."
Yeah.
And we sat here in silence for 2 to
Yeah.
3 minutes longer.
well, that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
Good job.
Some
Like I
silence,
can't
some silence.
wait till you get a significant other and you have to ask the question, "How was your day?"
He won't though.
I can't
You
wait.
think he will?
No, he
No,
won't.
you have
he will.
to though.
He would.
If it was
He will.
interesting, maybe,
He
and
would.
then after a while, it's like, hey, we don't have to talk about this. Like, hey, it's fine.
But he's not going to change who he is for, you know what I mean?
No, but I just
Your
I-
girl would
you're
have
gonna
to
I'm
be
not.
eventually
like
I'm
us.
not selfish to the point where like I don't want to know how your day was.
No,
like I
yeah.
truly don't feel like that way. Like if it was a normal day though, like I don't care. We're living
It's
two
true.
separate lives and then coming together. Like this is what we're doing. That like it's kind of the same. Like hey, none
If
of that,
there's-
that last 8 hours, just wipe it off the board. It never happened. Like
Which to think about fucking sucks.
for
But,
sure,
Yeah.
it definitely
Jesus
sucks. But it's the same
Christ.
shit where it's like I don't know.
Dude, what you said last week, do you want me to pretend for 40 hours a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that
thought about
sucks.
that constantly at work this
It's
week.
horrible.
Yeah.
It's
Because
horrible.
we were so dead all week.
Yeah.
And so anybody that comes up to me that wants to buy something, I'm giving them the full fucking bag, dude. I'm throwing
Yeah.
everything at them. I'm throwing anything at the wall to see if it sticks.
New bath mat coming with the purchase.
Yeah, and like I'm just sitting there and I'm just like,
That's your-
I get out of the conversation, I'm like, God, I am fucking pretending
Yeah.
for 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
It fucking stuck with me hard, dude.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
scary.
I mean, like I said, like to reiterate, like I am not a bad employee, but I wish I was. Like if I was if I was able to be a bad employee, my mind would be just like mush.
ease.
I would be at ease. But like I'm just like I feel so bad for the people I'm working with. I was like I can't do that. But it's
Can't
the
do
same
that to
shit where
them.
it's like even when I am doing shit, like what do you want me to pretend when I'm not doing something? When I'm
True.
pretending? It's like every job has a list of stuff to do. And it's like, do you really want me to do that, or do you just want me to pretend like I'm doing that? Like, hey, can you go clean this since we're not busy? It's like, yeah, sure, but it's not going to be that clean, and we're not going to be that busy
We're
anyway.
not gonna do it.
Like we could have done it the last 12
Right.
hours.
Dude, there's a kid that used to work with me. He doesn't work with me anymore, but he was so good at pretending he was busy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
it's a
he
great trait
mastered
to
it,
have.
bro. He used to do
Great
this
trait
thing,
to have.
and I never noticed it until one day he walked by our department. So if you want to go to the bathroom,
It's
at
like
Best
wrapping
Buy,
silverware at a restaurant. You're like,
Yeah.
there's nothing to do. I'll wrap some silverware, and you're
yeah,
like,
You're not gonna bother the person that's wrapping the silverware.
I'm saying they're pretending like they're wrapping silverware, but they probably got 6 rolls done in the last half hour.
Yeah, true.
I walked so if you want to go to the bathroom at my job, you have to go through my department to get there. And so one day we were busy and I'm ringing a customer out, right? And the registers are right in front of our department. He walks past our department, like speed walks through it, and has his mic like this, like he's talking on the mic, right? And
So
I was like,
didn't think anything of it.
I was just dead staring at him as I'm like focusing on walking
You're
by.
like, that guy looks busy.
And then I'm thinking in the earpiece, I'm like, nobody's even talking on the mic. So he's just doing that so he doesn't get stopped by a customer. And I'm like, that's fucking genius.
Genius.
And he looked at me, and I kind of gave him like tilt to the head. He just gave me a Brocknell wink and kept walking. I was like, this
This
fucking
guy, dude.
genius, dude. This
Holy
guy's genius.
shit.
And now he sells houses. But yeah.
Not
But
a
I was
bad
like,
gig.
that is fucking genius, bro. It's the most genius thing I've ever seen.
I think we can agree for most jobs, 40 hours a week's nonsense. What are you really
is.
working? 22
is.
of those? 30 of those? 28 of those? Don't you think you'd get just as much production out of someone in like 30 hours than 40 hours?
I think it depends
Like,
on
hey,
your
Sure.
I
but
think
like,
it depends on your job.
for
though.
sure it does, but
Yeah.
I'm saying for some of these people, like if you're given 70% for 40 hours, then wouldn't that be the same efficiency as, working 100% at X hours or 32
32 or
hours or
whatever.
whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it would be? You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Just shit like that where it's like, yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Like 40 hours is just a thing because they want it to
But
be.
the thing is, like,
It used to be 60.
Yeah.
It used to be 60.
holy shit, really?
Yeah, and like back in the early 1900s,
Full-time.
that's the only reason we have a 40-hour work week now. Is they literally fought for it for like 20 years, and they finally got a 40-hour work week because people were getting treated like shit in like mills
right,
and
right.
fucking
Oh yeah, I'm
crazy
sure.
shit back in the day.
But hold on, like
Dude.
you're getting you're efficient and all that stuff, but that's the company wants. That's not what's good for you, because you get paid for slacking off for 30% of your job, but you get paid for 40 hours.
But I'm
of
saying
it.
someone like me, if you were to ask me like, hey, would you rather be here 30 and only make this much, or be here 40 and make this much? Like, hey, I'll cut out of here 10 hours early.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
get
It's just
what you
shit like that. Like
I get what you mean.
I'm personally willing to take it if you are.
Right.
Which like I think like some people's jobs at this point, it's not to live, it's to live with excess, and the
Yeah.
excess to a point is worthless.
is not
because like,
worth it.
hey, it's fun to have all this shit, but like really, like what did it do for me?
True.
That's
for
what I
sure.
think about all the time. Like, hey, if I had a job that paid me 80 grand a year, like, hey, that'd be really cool. But what would I do with the 80 grand? I'd still be fucking unhappy.
But all,
You know what I mean? I'd still
If
be
you don't have
but
time
also-
to do
or
anything you
yeah,
wanna do.
I'd still be viciously unhappy if I didn't have the
Exactly.
time or if I didn't
or
have this.
you could
Yeah, it's
cut
all
the
t-
time in half and make 40 grand and be like, nah, this is kind
That's
of
what I'm
nice,
saying.
right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Or just something like that where it's like, yeah, it's not worth it.
Brock, how many hours do you work a week? 40, 45,
Usually 40.
40?
Yeah.
And what would you say, like, would you say 8 hours are unproductive or 40 hours are productive?
If we're being realistic, you
Well-
go into work, the first hour, probably not that productive. The last hour, not that productive. You get back from lunch, you're probably not productive for another half hour. So you just take out that maybe, let's cut it down even and say an hour and a half chunk you wasted out of your day. Let's say maybe the 2.5 hours, we'll knock it down to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Dude, that's 7.5 hours a week that you just wasted and you got paid for the fun
Yeah.
of it.
I mean, there's
That's
days,
a 40-hour work week at the end of the month. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's kind of crazy.
like the other day or yesterday, I was at work for 9 hours, but I was busy for 9 hours.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't that we were busy with customers, but I was like, setting displays and doing a bunch of projects, and I was like, holy shit, it's about time to get out of here. But like, I didn't even take a lunch either, so I was literally productive from the time I got there to the time I left. And like,
you can take a lunch in 9 hours?
no, just like I'm so busy, I'm just like,
Jesus Christ.
fuck it.
It probably goes by really fast, though.
Yeah, I
when
was
you're
just like,
busy.
but it got to the point where it was like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, I mean, it's pretty late to take a lunch now. I'll just eat
Yeah.
when I get home or whatever. But like, there's also days where we're so dead that it's like, what am I fucking doing here? What are we doing? There's nothing to do because I did it all yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, what
Well,
am I doing
it's like
here?
that bullshit that really makes me mad. It's like you won't send me home for the optics of sending me home, but you want me to stay here even though I'm not going to do anything. So what are we doing? It's all this like nonsense of like, hey, we're wasting time, but we're gonna pretend like you're not wasting time.
It's very
and just
true.
still keep
Managers
going with it.
managers will always find you something to do though.
For sure.
I'm sure like that's the same thing at your job too. Like somebody will always find you something to
Well,
do.
we always have something to do. Like
Yeah.
at my place, yeah, we always have something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the same for you. Like somebody will find you something to do. But
We're-
you're probably never slow. Like you're never not busy.
I was gonna say personally, we're at a point where it's insane,
Yeah.
and where I'm asked to work extra every day.
Yeah.
I'm asked to work extra Saturday. I'm asked to work extra Sunday. I'm asked to work extra Monday, Wednesday. Every day that I'm not there, they say
And you give them
want
a
to
big
come in,
old finger.
and I say, can't do it, chief.
Yeah.
It's most people though. Like
Can't
everyone's
do
like-
it. You know what I mean? Got
Yeah.
this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But it's
and
like-
like when you say, when you first get there, you're not productive. When we first get there, bust an ass.
Yeah.
Like I had done something, and something was completed today by 7:05.
Yeah.
Like something was done today. I fucking got that shit done at 7:05.
Dude, like
You're in,
So,
Like
but
my
it's a different field.
It
It's all
is.
kinds
You're
of
in a different
bullshit.
industry, yeah.
But still, I completely agree with Blake in the whole. There's nothing going on, but you won't send me home because something could potentially go on, and it's just like, bro,
yeah, but like it's almost isn't it
Fuck.
almost better for you though?
it is.
Like,
But,
but like you're sitting
no,
there
Blake's
getting
ex-
paid for nothing.
exactly right.
but do you
But like work. But you complain like, "Fuck, I'm working so hard right now. Like, fuck, I just want to do something else." But when like you're not doing shit,
You
and
just
then
wanna
you're
go
thinking, like, I
home.
just want to go home. But like, oh shit, this is really easy right now, and I'm getting paid.
yes,
When
there's,
I'm probably
there's a-
complaining, like
there's
this
a
is me
line.
personally. Like
There-
I'm complaining when I'm doing
My
shit.
point of view
There's a
is
thin line.
work at no point is doing you a favor. Like, hey, you're not there for the fun of it. Like, hey,
No.
you're there to make a living. Like, dude,
Right.
go home. Like, I'm not gonna stay here for $40. You know what I mean? I'd
Mhm.
rather go home.
right.
Like, hey, you might not be doing anything, but I'd rather go home for $40. Like, fuck $40.
Instead of
For
$40.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but like if
Fuck
it,
$40.
but like over a year, if it adds up,
But think of
right?
the time you have.
It's true.
Well, think of that,
No, yeah,
hour
you're
or
right.
whatever that you got every
You're right.
single day. Like, maybe,
No,
you know
I
what I
know.
mean?
I think
I was
it's
gonna
different.
say- I was gonna say, like-
it's just a trade-off. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
It's like if you want to go home, but you're not doing anything, like, but like if you're not doing anything to really like, you're just going home.
But you're
to, like,
still
lay
home. You're
around.
in
Like,
yeah.
but
you're
like
in your
in
comfort
my
of
like
your
I
home.
say that, but in my same mindset, like if they offer
Sounds
me,
pretty good.
Hey, do you want to stay a little bit after, or do you want to go home? I'm like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
100%.
And I know I can
That's what
make
I'm
more
saying.
money now, so like it's kind of contradicting like what I'm saying, but like I,
But like
I
there's
don't know.
like Fridays, for instance, you'll go home early on Fridays.
for sure,
a
like
lot
if
of the
they
times.
if they give me a
But you're
I
like,
know.
yeah,
Do
fuck
Do you
it,
work
I'll go
harder?
home.
Hey, but you work harder on Fridays because you get out earlier, right? Hey, you have this amount of shit to do, so you're gonna do it real quick and real good, so you can get the
Right.
fuck out.
That's the way
I mean,
to do it,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
It's a merit-based system. When jobs
is.
make it merit-based like that, you would work 2 hours a day. You know
For
what I mean?
sure.
And a job isn't merit-based. Like, hey, you're here for 8 hours. That's it.
But it's
Rather
not
than
always
hey,
like that.
no, rather I'm just saying
Yeah.
rather than if you had a job and said, dude, if you get this done, you can go home. You'll
Yeah.
get it done faster than if someone was there for 8 hours.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
It doesn't
It-
make sense.
It's based on the job you're at. So like my job, I can't just fucking leave
for sure.
because all the shit's done because customers are still gonna come. So like I don't know. Like I was talking to my manager about this. I was like, do you think 40-hour work weeks is too much? And he's like, no, I don't think it's enough. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I'm a workaholic.
Yeah.
And he was
Yeah,
like,
some
I was like,
people.
dude, no, you are not. He's like, dude, I would work 7 days a week if I could. If they would let me, I'd work 7 days a week.
Same.
And I'm like, dude, you are not a workaholic. You just had a kid like last year. I'm like, no, you're not a fucking workaholic. I was calling his bullshit. And he's like, I swear to God, dude, I would work 7 days a week if they'd let me. I'm like, dude, you want to see your kid? You want to hang out with your wife? You want to, go do this? I'm like, you would not work 7 days a week if they gave you the option. You might do it for a month and you'd be over it.
That's the thing when people get late, like the COVID thing, people weren't working. They're like, man, I'm so bored at home now. I want to go back to work. Like that fucked with. I was like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Find something else to do. Like find a hobby.
Hobbies.
It's like
See, I
Jesus
was-
Christ. Why would you want to go back to work? Find
Yeah.
something you want to do to have fun.
Yeah.
Like that's so weird to me.
See, I was
that
in the
whole
same.
thing.
I was in that same boat though. I was
But
ready
that-
to go back to work,
That's crazy.
but I didn't. I also didn't get an unemployment check for 2.5 months.
Yeah. No.
And then they called me and they're like, "Hey, do you want to, you
Yeah.
want to come back to work?" And I'm like, "To be honest,
Sure.
yes, I'm bored and I have no money." Turns out they called me on a Friday, Monday. All my unemployment checks came through that day.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck.
No, I get. Yeah. No, that's crazy. If you don't have any money coming in, I get it. But that's a different
Yeah,
circumstance.
But I truly, I didn't understand those people that were like getting $800 a week
Mhm.
to stay at home when I was like, that's more than I'm making going to work.
Find
like-
something to do
Yeah.
if you're bored.
You sound like a manager. Find something to do. Yeah, but like, no, I understand.
The government kind of fucked up the workplace dynamic as soon as they gave out stimulus checks.
But it also like to Brock's point though, like I did get to a point some days where I'm like, I could, I'm ready to go back to work. Like I'm just, it's to that point where it almost fucked with my head a little bit. I'm like, I've just been at home for 2.5 months. Like I feel like a piece of shit I feel like I haven't had a job for 2 years. That's what I felt like.
Yeah.
Not working for that
No,
long.
I get it. You could feel like if you feel like a piece of shit.
I felt like a piece of shit because I'm
But
like,
maybe,
I'm not,
like,
I'm not doing
yeah.
anything with my life right now.
maybe try and find something else.
Aren't you
to
kind of
like,
conditioned that way though? Like a lot of
Sure.
retirees are that way too. They retire and they're like, they retire for 3 months. They're like, well,
Yeah, but it's because they're
fuck.
losers. Like you don't have anything going on, you fucking loser. Like you don't play golf, you don't play cornhole. Like
Yeah.
if
you
have
don't hang out
something-
with your family. Like what the fuck's your problem? Like are you that?
Just
Are
that.
you? No, I'm saying, are you that
it's-
void of a personality that you have to go to work? Are you that big of a square? Are you that big of a loser?
I see
But
what
hold
you're
on,
saying,
somebody
yeah.
can make the counterpoint that they want to continue those relationships or whatever at work.
Then get coffee with them. Who cares?
No.
Kidding, dude.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like my dad's the same way.
bro.
My dad's counting down the
No,
days.
see,
Oh
bro.
my
when I think of
God,
retirement, I think
yeah.
of my grandpa. Like he retired like 55,
Mhm.
pretty early, and
early.
like, dude,
Very
he's the type
early.
of guy. Like he didn't turn into a fucking slug. Like he didn't stop doing everything.
Yeah.
Like it got to the point where, dude, he still gets up at 7. He'll still go get the paper like a madman. He'll do the crossword at 7:30. It's not the shit that like. It's not like you need to do a job. You just need to keep yourself busy in some
Right.
facet.
And then he bought a hot tub and a pool, and he's
yeah,
fine.
that's what I'm saying.
bro,
And then you get to maintain that, and then you get to mow your lawn.
Exactly.
So like,
there's
it's,
so many
to
different
that
shit.
point-
There's a tons of different shit you can do when you have a house.
But I'm
and you
saying
just-
those
you know what I mean?
retirees are like, yeah, he's probably gonna die in the next 6 months because he just retired. It's like that guy's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
That guy has nothing going on in his personal life. His family doesn't
No,
care about him. His
it's
grandma's already dead,
That's the
and then
shit, yeah.
he's gonna die, and he's gonna be buried next to her, and no one cares
No,
because he worked away his whole life. He worked away his whole life.
What's the
That's fucking
SpongeBob?
sad.
Here lies
A loser.
Here lies.
You work 12-hour days your whole life. You didn't see your kids half those days. They don't like you. You're a loser.
I thought it was.
Here lies a loser who never saw his kids.
bro.
You know what I mean? It's
No,
shit like
you're
that. Where it's
right.
like,
I thought it was
you're
like
right.
Joe
It's fucking
Schmidt, Joe
sad.
Schmidt, or
yeah,
something
it's
like
sad.
that.
I'm just saying people like
It's
that. Like
sad.
that mindset is so fucked. It's like, dude, it's legitimately to the point though. It's like you have nothing going on to the point you'd rather be forcefully doing something.
yeah.
No,
I just that's
it's like what do you call it? The Stockholm syndrome. It's like Stockholm syndrome in a way. Like I feel like I
No,
need to
it's-
be at work, but you've been conditioned to be at work, and there's no reason for you to be.
But I don't understand. Like I cannot. Oh, what's the word? I don't know what the word is. Fuck. You said it earlier. I can't. I don't know how to. Fuck. I don't know the word. But like I don't understand their way of thinking.
Yeah.
Like I can never understand that because I could never like realize. Oh, I'm retired. I have so much free time that I don't know what to do with. Like I'm gonna die. I don't have the will to live anymore.
Yeah.
I could find so much other shit to do.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like I'd want to do
Oh my
so much
God,
more
yeah.
shit than just go to work
I'd
every
turn into
day.
Steve Carell Dinner for Schmucks and start stuffing
For sure.
fucking mice, dude.
Do
Yeah,
fucking
who-
fun
do
shit.
something.
Do something.
Someone's
stupid.
gotta have something.
Dude,
Yeah.
something.
Do a little dick. Yes. I mean, I ain't sucking dick, but like I don't know.
I talked about this the other day, dude. Like,
If relate, that's my word.
if you were
Relate.
if you were
Yeah.
talking, if you were given, let's say, enough money to live, let's say above comfortable, like just
Okay.
slightly above comfortable.
Yeah.
You never had to work a day in your life.
Okay.
The rest of your
Yeah.
life. Would you take it or would you take the job back? Dude, a lot of people told me they would be like, I don't trust myself, whether it's I don't trust myself with that amount of money or I don't trust myself to not have like a job to where I have to go do this every day.
Guess what, bitch? Get an accountant.
that is a damn
No, but
shame.
like at the same time, I'm like, they're
It sounds like
I-
people who have money though, because like coming from my point of view, if I had money, I'm still living fucking.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
But no,
No
I,
money.
but I'm
The same
saying
way.
if your excuse is I don't trust myself, and that's the only reason why you're going to
Yeah.
work for a living,
You got deeper problems.
what in the fuck? Get
Yeah.
an accountant, to somebody to manage your money.
But I think it's also
Don't
the
go to
point.
work.
I think it's
What's
also
wrong
the
with you?
same point. Like some people that would say that would be like, I would be bored. But it's like, you give me enough money to live comfortably, I will use that money
to find things,
to find things
to
to
occupy
do.
my time.
If you're not
Yeah.
bored at work,
Dude, I'm like,
come on, you're bored at
Like,
work too.
I don't get
Like
those
I don't,
people.
I cannot relate to that.
yeah,
at
I,
all.
like,
I agree
at all.
completely.
dude, like you give me that amount of
It messes
money
me up.
and all the free time in the world, I'm just gonna buy like a fucking project car, or I get into fucking carpentry.
yeah.
Like I think it'd be dope to build something. You know what I mean?
Fuck
Like
yeah.
the
Wood-
finished
woodworking,
product.
Like
dude.
exactly
Yeah.
what you're saying. You get to do something you want to do.
Yeah, you're
now.
building
You
something.
can do
You're doing
something every
this.
day
You're
you
doing
want
that.
to do. Like you have your, it's
Yeah.
freedom.
Guess
Yeah,
what?
freedom
You know what
is
you,
everything.
I know a guy. He was okay. So my dad was married at one point. Rest in peace. He's not.
R.I.P.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Jesus.
He got married again.
The marriage-
His ex-wife.
the
she's
marriage-
fine. She
the
was
marriage,
real sweet. Yeah,
yeah.
she was real sweet. So anyway, my
Good
dad's
girl.
first wife.
Good girl.
Her dad was like an iron worker his whole life. Made fucking bank. You know what I mean? And he like moved around, would buy a new car like every year, every 2 years, like just old man stunting type shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you know, like the same type of thing. Like, what is this? You know, what's he into? What does this guy do? Because he was like, when you have like a step parent like that, like it's a mixed bag, dude. Like either this is gonna be the worst fucking experience of my life when I meet the family, her family, or it's gonna be like, you know, who cares? And it turned out this guy was awesome. Like her dad, awesome guy. Her parents were just awesome in general. And I went over there and like they have a nice house, but like, you know, like, hey, you retired, but like, what the fuck's going on? Like, you just sitting here. They used to go out to eat like every day. Like the one place, just go out to eat.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like, why the fuck would we cook? We're retired.
Right,
Let's go out to
yeah.
eat. You know, they have the money for it.
Sure.
And then I walked into his garage, dude, and it was like a fucking Truex classroom. It was literally like more equipment that I've ever seen in my life. Like the man could have made a birdhouse for every person in the country. Like, dude, he has such high dollar nice shit, and it's like, dude, do that
For sure.
And that's like the type of guy that I respect. It's like, dude, he worked his ass off, and he might say he didn't mind it. He probably fucking hated it
for sure.
likely.
but he
Yeah.
put in the hours, he put in the time, and now it's kind of paid off for him to the point where it's like, dude, I can do whatever
Literally
I want,
whatever I want.
and that's what he's doing now.
Yeah.
So
And
like,
that's respectable.
so
what he wants to
that
do.
I respect to a point, way more. It's like, dude, at least you
And
have
guess what?
something.
I guarantee that motherfucker wakes up earlier than when he did for work, probably because he's like, I gotta get doing to that. I gotta
Yeah.
I gotta get to my
Yeah,
forge.
no,
I gotta get to doing that.
Yeah.
And he wakes up happier. He
Yes.
wakes up looking forward to do that shit, as opposed to waking up going, fuck,
It's exactly what I think.
9 to 5.
When I
So
think
much
of people
easier.
that retire early, I think of like Boone's dad. Boone's dad retired at like 50.
Okay, he retired early, super early. Yeah, like 50 or something.
Wasn't it like almost in his 40s?
It might have been. And dude, it got to the point where I was like, I literally asked Boone one time, I was like, what the fuck does your dad do? Like, you know, and like, what does he do anymore? He's like, yeah, he's always up like this and time. I was like, what the hell does he do that early? Like, he's up at 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. and he goes out and he does something. I was like, what the hell is he doing? And he's like, yeah, he just he goes out and listens for turkeys.
Yeah.
He's so gung ho on turkey
But you
hunting
fucking can.
that he'll go for turkeys, and then like he's so gung ho on this thing, he'll go do that day, and then like he'll go take care of his cows. And to a point, it's staying busy almost to the same point that a job was, but you have to find your lane, dude. Like you have
but
to
he
know.
enjoys that way better than fucking, I don't know.
And you're
doing
also doing
construction.
it. You're also
Yeah.
doing it on your own schedule, and
sure.
you're your own boss at that
It's
point.
something
Really,
you want to do. You wake up
Yeah.
and like, oh, I'm kind of excited to go do this. He loves doing that, probably.
yeah,
Or guess
Like, he
what?
used to wake
He
up
doesn't
and
want to do it
love
anymore.
doing that.
Don't do it.
yeah.
That's what I
Like,
think.
dude,
of.
like my grandpa will wake up at the Ask Gooch at dawn
Gooch, yeah.
and go to the fucking
Ask
coffee
Gooch.
shop and talk to the same people he's been
Right.
talking to for 30 years.
Yeah,
Fucking
But he
loves it.
does it every day.
exactly.
And if he
It's
loves it, that's his prerogative.
Right.
That's
He just
fucking
that's
awesome.
just what he it's what he
Yeah.
does. Which the coffee shop is really just a gas station, but you know what it is.
And dude, by the way, that's the worst gas station in town. There's only
It
two
sucks.
of them. That gas station sucks.
It's so grimy.
Was it the marathon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, but like
No.
I don't know. It is like that. Like you just have to find something you. That's why if you gave me the amount of money to live above comfortably,
Oh my
like
god.
slightly above comfortably, dude,
Dude.
I would find so many things to do.
I
Dude,
think
You wouldn't
it-
see me.
I
You wouldn't. No, I'm not like.
No, seriously.
I'm, it's not like it would change me as a person, but you wouldn't see me. Like I would be like, oh, wait, I'm obviously gonna go do this. Like, hey, I'm in Antigua this week. Don't call me.
but like,
Traveling.
well, that's crazy.
Doing shit. I'm
I
doing
I
shit.
think it should be below average because you're giving me an above, like you're giving me average and above to do nothing or to live at maybe average to work. Like, you know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
crazy thing to me. I think it should be slightly below average,
I'd go
no
slightly
work,
below just to
slightly
work.
below average, no work,
Yeah.
and then maybe average to above work. That's the decision because that makes it a little bit harder.
It
but
does, for
still,
sure.
Still,
But even when I asked that question, like, let's just say you're just living comfortably. Like a lot of people are just like, I would just keep my job, and it's like, what?
I don't get it. I don't
Like
get
you
it.
don't. You have to do nothing
do you ever think?
financially and not fuck
Do you
up.
ever think
They all live in
counterpoint?
fear, I think.
Yeah.
Do you ever
Like,
think
it's all like-
counterpoint that maybe we're just fucking losers because we all hate our jobs?
I mean, who doesn't?
I think a lot. Yeah.
I think a lot of
At
people
some
hate their
point.
jobs. They won't say it. To be
Mhm.
honest. There's a lot of people that I work with that won't say they hate their job. And it's like, dude, you can't say that you like being here.
I agree, but I feel like some people's like whole prerogative is like, I gotta enjoy it. I gotta enjoy it. I gotta enjoy
Those
it.
are
I
people
gotta
whose
enjoy it.
gravestone's gonna say they suck, and that's the end of the story.
No, I agree.
3 people
like,
came to their funeral.
I agree. Like having,
Well, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but
it's because of those 12-hour swing shifts they were working, baby.
No,
They didn't care about their family enough. Nobody cares about them
no,
anymore.
it's
What did he say last fucking episode? Transfer yourself into the grave because you fucking die. Because I wish you fucking die. Oh my god.
No, like I
Jesus
understand.
Christ.
I totally get it. Positive vibe, like
Yeah.
be happy all the time. Like I get that, but don't fucking pretend that you like your shit ass job.
no, but if you have your attitude where you're waking up and you're positive every day, it's a lot better. Like you can make your life a lot.
No, for sure.
better.
But they're
It's all about how you wake up and choose to attack the day.
For sure.
There
is.
definitely is people that love their job though. They're
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
oh my god, I've been working towards this my whole entire life.
Delusional.
And that's no, but I don't even know.
I think-
some people like if you love your job, that's awesome too.
I think at
Like, I
least
see what
there's
you're
a
saying,
small
but-
Don't you think they're
percentage.
bored in their personal life?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Don't you think they probably have a bitch
But
wife
what-
at home that's why they're at work so much and they like it?
maybe
for
there's
sure.
some
Like it,
people,
for
but like
sure.
like I think there's some people who actually love their job.
Yeah.
Like if you have that, you're extremely lucky, and that's fucking awesome. Like that's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe
And
it's not even
obviously-
something to do with like they have their time off.
And
they can
obviously,
do whatever.
every job is obviously not perfect. There's gonna be moments where like maybe you make a fucking $1 million for fucking a bitch. Maybe you're a porn star and you fucking make $1 million every time you come. You're like, ah, shit's awesome. There's also sometimes where you have to come twice because you didn't get the cum shot. And you're like, ah, that shit sucks. Fuck. So obviously, every job is not perfect. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even no matter how
Right.
good it could be.
Even a porn star isn't.
Even a
that
porn star
job
ain't
ain't
perfect.
perfect every time.
Hey, guess what?
Sometimes you have to reload and
you came
come
a
on
little-
her face
If I was
again.
thinking a perfect job, I was thinking maybe like crossing guard.
yeah, no,
You know?
we're talking porn
weird.
stars. yeah, come on.
Aggressive.
Oh, buses are coming. What do we do when the buses are coming?
with the white gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson to the bench.
No, like when I say like people that are very
Was
positive.
Michael Jackson part crossing guard?
Sure.
Is that why you wore that?
No, like when I think of people like positive, like, that are
Jamal.
very positive and positive energy and like just like really like their life.
Glass half full people.
Yeah, yeah. The first person that comes to mind, and I'm gonna hate me saying this, but like Post Malone seems like that type of guy. He's just a very positive, very upbeat person that like no matter what, people aren't gonna ruin his day. That's when I think of people being positive,
It's
not
a
people
good-
loving their job.
It's a good example, but on the other hand, not great. Only because
What about the demons?
he's like a multi-millionaire.
No, I'm saying
Anytime I
besides
meet
that.
someone positive like that, there's demons.
Yeah.
Where are they? Show me where they're at. Because you have them somewhere.
But they don't want to
They-
show you.
but
That's what I'm
everybody-
saying.
they-
You have-
Everyone has
hiding-
demons,
they're
but
hiding-
they choose to deal with it in a different way.
They're hiding the demons from
it's
themselves.
hiding
even.
it.
I don't even. I don't think. I don't know. I don't think so. Like we can. You have your demons if you want to deal with it. Like, oh fuck this shit right here. My demons. Fuck that. Or you can be like, damn. You know what? No, seriously.
fuck them
Seriously.
motherfucking
Like
demons on the south side.
I'm up right now. I'm living. Let's try to make the best of it.
See, I'm just thinking like when I see positive people like that, I think it's just a matter of time. I'm not saying it like a
No,
bad
yeah,
thing.
no,
It's
no,
just
no.
a matter of
Explode?
time before they explode. Something happens. They say something. They get divorced. Their kid hates them now. It's just shit like that where it's just a buildup where like people who are always positive, you have to think. I'm just thinking of like if you think of the universe. Let's think neutral energy.
Okay.
If you have someone that positive, there's no way. They're going to come back to the mean of average. If they're this person, they're going to come back to average at some point. If this person's that dark, they're going to come back to the average of happiness at some point. It might not overlap all the time, but it's going to overlap at some point. But I think these positive people that are just like, great day to be alive, huh? Part of it is behind you. And I think behind that, and they're like, I want to fucking die today. I truly think so. Because like
I don't
you're
know, dude.
because sometimes for some people it's such a facade that you're putting on, it's obviously not real. And like to me, that's what,
they're so delusional that they think it's real.
maybe they don't know it, but
Right.
I'm saying I can see it, and I'm just like that person. Give him 3 years. Give him 3 years. They're gonna be wrapped up in a straitjacket.
But you're
But I don't
telling
know,
me
people.
not one
No,
person
it's-
truly wakes up every
I
day
disagree.
and they're like, I can't wait to go to my job. Like I'm really excited to go to my job.
There's demons later down the road.
No,
is what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
even think it's
you're
like I
telling
want
me
to go to my
There's
job.
gotta be some odd job out there where it's just so fucking easy and they like the person
Show
that
me
they
where
were.
the demons are.
But it's not even that. Like, they could have a shitty job, but they wake up and like, you know what? I got a good job. It could be worse on the other side. That's their thinking.
There's so many people,
And that's
out there
how
like
it's
that.
positive.
There's so many people.
That's how it's
out there
positive.
like
So
that.
like,
but I almost agree with Blake in that.
like,
type,
right. It
where
always
it's
comes
like,
back to the mean, but you could be like, oh, my shit sucks, but I'm going to come back to the mean here. Or you could be like, oh, this shit's awesome, but I'm coming back to the mean here.
Yeah.
But the majority of your time, you're thinking, my shit's awesome here. It's like, I'm in a good life right here. It comes back to the meme. Or you could be like, oh, my shit sucks. This
I
sucks.
just think
this
about
sucks.
it. I'm thinking about it
coming
in
back to
like
mean here.
of like a kind of a social media way where it's like you see these people being positive and shit, and you're like,
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah,
think,
where's
it's,
the
I
demon?
think it's helpful.
I think that's a little different though.
I think it's helpful. I really do.
I feel like you two are talking about two totally opposite ends of people.
For sure.
I think you're just talking about people who make positive or bad things positive and be like, you know, my job sucks, but
Let's
it could
make
be a
the
lot
line.
worse.
Could be worse.
And I think
Always could be
you
worse.
are on the total opposite of this guy thinks everybody's awesome and he,
No.
you know,
Yeah.
he fucking
like
loves
positive
everything.
gung ho mom. You meet
Yeah.
her, she's super
Okay,
friendly,
like,
super outwardly friendly and nice. There's demons. She hates her
No, like,
husband. She
okay.
hates her life. Her bed that she's
She's
sleeping
cheating.
on is lumpy.
I see where
She's
you're
cheating, yeah.
She gave a dick suck 3 weeks ago and never talked about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It
No, I
comes
see
up.
what you-
The chickens come to roost.
To roost.
Is all I'm saying.
No,
and
I know.
you can't be that because to me it's not
Unsustainable.
It's not crazy unsustainable at all. But to me, at some point, like you're gonna get knocked back down to real life. Like at some point, it's delusional and it's not real. At some point, like hey, you can be helpful with it. You can maybe say like hey,
But you really think that
great day for football.
It's a fucking awesome.
You know what I mean?
It's a tornado out, but we're playing football
And the
today.
thing
It's a
is,
great
like
day.
you heard it from that guy, and you're like, man, maybe it is a great day for football. And then you saw him, and you're like, that ankle tattoo, he's got to have at least 3 DUIs, and he did.
He did.
And
Yeah.
he did.
Did.
You know what I mean?
And he
Those
was
are his
pulling hot
demons.
women.
And
So,
I'm not
like,
saying maybe not negative demons, but I'm
Yeah.
saying for that person in any
Right.
capacity, there's something going on.
I know, but it's all like it's all attitude. Like you can have
It's
your
all
life
perspective.
in attitude. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you wake up in the morning and you hate your job, but you come in with a good attitude, like you can change your life into something good.
Yeah.
That's my way of thinking. I don't know.
Preacher man Brock over here. You can change your life
Well,
into something good.
Sure. I didn't mean to be like that.
No, I
You
understand.
have to
I
take
understand
it.
what you're saying. I'm on Brock's
But no,
side with
but
it.
no, the whole like the fucking female, like the people who are crazy with it, like what you
I
said.
think a lot
who
of people.
maybe-
I think a lot of people put
Can
on
I
a
say
fake
one person?
facade.
Can I say one person?
Sure.
Mrs. Foster. There's demons.
Sure.
Where the fuck are the demons? And what are they?
Sure.
Does she hide them in the mullet?
At least
That's what I'm saying. There's
Sweatpants?
fucking demons and they're somewhere. Or it's either in the
there's demons.
fupa or it's in the mullet.
Ooh.
Okay, where the fuck is it?
Yeah.
It's somewhere.
Yeah,
closet,
no.
closet, fupa, mullet. Only 3
it's
spots.
definitely in the fupa,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
it's hard.
I don't
yeah.
know, dude. I feel like she's hiding some in that mullet.
You know what I mean? But there's a demon behind it.
Yeah.
Whether
I understand what you're saying, but I do think like
We all love
Brock's saying like there are a lot of people that are just like that though. Like I don't think everybody has that demon.
I don't know.
Even if you have demons, you can wake up and you can just have a good attitude and like think of on the positive
Gotta
perspective.
curb
of
those
things.
demons every day.
Yeah.
Even that, like no, I mean whatever.
Lock 'em
I
up.
mean
Lock 'em up.
seriously.
Like for me
Like,
though, like
that's-
when I see a Blake or when I see a person of like what Blake's talking about,
Mhm.
and they're so like you see right through it though.
yeah.
But then there's some people that are super like upbeat and super positive. And you're just like, this guy's just, you know, he's just fucking living his life.
And you can't see through it.
This is
But
just
the
how he
demons,
is.
but the demons are still there because everyone has shit going on.
for everybody, obviously, yeah.
Right.
But like,
But I'm
Like,
saying
I don't
act like
think
a
it's-
normal person. Relate to people. Be
Sure.
like, hey, how you know what I mean? Like,
And
that's
yeah.
all I'm saying. It's
I
like,
hear
it's just
that.
it's just weird middle ground where it's
I
like
hear
you're
that.
not being a real person, and I can't respond to that.
No,
and
if
because I
you're-
think you're being a liar. Like if I think you're lying about this, I'm gonna think you're lying about 80 more things in the future.
Right.
It's that weird attitude. Like
It's that
You always connect well with a person that's kind of like, work sucks, huh? And you're like, yeah, work fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But not the person that's like, hey, I cannot wait to get this day started. Get a good old cup of Joe for the day.
yeah, but that's
Yeah,
not,
but that's
that's
like-
not even what I'm talking
I
about.
know,
that's the
I understand
that's
that.
the so
it's
far
it's
away.
the
Yeah.
far
Right.
like positive and the far dark.
And I
Like,
get
those
that.
are two different.
And I get that, but I'm just
and
saying.
that lady has a baby in her trunk. It's Casey Anthony. It turns out.
Jesus,
It's a
Christ.
great day to go to work. I'm gonna make me a cup. Yep, get it.
Sure.
It's rolling.
Fucking drowned it. Drowning them bitches in the lake.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I feel like there is a very happy medium there.
she dog fights, by the way.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, that
does?
lady who's really happy to get up in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying Casey Anthony.
No,
She has to do
she
something to
does.
cope with
It's
them
something.
demons.
It's something, dude. I'm saying there aren't that many people that are truly that crazy different from each other, and we're living in the same realm. And I'm saying about the positive people is they make it seem like we're living on totally different worlds. And it's like you saw that car crash that I saw on the corner back there. Don't pretend like it didn't happen. That's my point and my problem with these positive people. It's like I understand being positive, but when you can't look something straight in the face and be like, that fucking sucks. That's my problem, and that's where I get. I'm like, I can't trust that person.
But I think a lot of positive people can still be sympathetic about things like that.
But sometimes positive people don't have the ability to say anything bad. Like, hey, when something sucks, you know me. I'm the first one to say, dude, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
There might have been one person that was like, and the other person being like, and then I'm like, no, that fucking sucks.
But isn't there a something to be said about somebody who can look at something and not say that it sucks, but see the positive? Like maybe they do say it sucks, but also see the positive.
It's
of
the
it.
same thing almost. I think it's the same thing. If I'm giving you the biggest weakness about something and someone's giving you the biggest strength about something, I think we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Two separate ways, but we're
Just
on the
in a
same
different
page.
way.
Like that minivan was T-boned, but thank God there was no kids in there. Like you know, just stuff like that.
That's
you know
what
I
you
mean?
were saying. Like we're on two different spectrums,
Yeah.
but like we can still like, oh, my job sucks. Like, yeah, it does suck, but we could be doing like it could be worse.
I could be working in a
Like
factory and
yeah,
really
like,
hating
it's
it.
still like it's okay. Like yeah, he fucking like they can still sympathize with everybody.
Yeah,
but,
like I don't know.
I'm not in jail. I'm not dead.
Exactly.
Yeah, like
you
I
can
don't know.
see
I
the
think there's just
positives and everything.
there's so different spectrums of like
Yeah,
being
it's-
super happy and being like happy, but being also like a normal person
Yeah.
that can be sympathetic and be like relatable, I guess.
There's
in a
always
sense.
those weird people.
Yeah.
who are
That's
just
kind of what I'm
fucking
saying about like these crazy positive
Yeah, I
people. It's
agree.
like
Yeah.
sometimes they're to the point where it's
I
like
hear what
you're
you're
not saying
saying.
anything relatable.
I agree with that.
And that's
but
a
like,
fake person.
Yeah,
Very
no, I
fake.
agree. And like I said,
And they
you
have
see-
loser on their gravestone.
Loser.
like I said, you
Those
see
are
right
people
through those
working.
people.
Yeah.
They can't.
It says
Once
unmarked.
they retire, they're dead in 12 months.
It's unmarked. Says loser in quotations.
Sure.
But like you can see right through those
Unmarked
people.
possible
Yeah.
loser.
But I'm saying like the people that are just positive and upbeat and not like over the top with it.
The soul, the tomb of the unknown losers.
He had no friends.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was.
He was working 16s for some reason. He didn't. He never kissed a girl.
The employer was like, not sure who that was.
yeah.
Oh, his social security number. Let me look that up.
Mike, Mark,
Mark
Martin.
Martin.
Turns out it was
something.
Turns out it was Phil.
You know what?
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
But all I'm saying is work sucks, and
It does.
Yeah,
We're
I
having fun
agree.
You guys got anything else to add?
Sure. I don't
No,
know.
work
Just-
sucks.
free Palestine,
Yeah.
Watch your mouth.
free Palestine, baby.
IDF, baby. I'm back in the IDF every time.
I don't know what this even means.
Yeah, over my head.
These guys don't watch the news. Let's get out of here.
I don't watch the news.
Fucking short bus people.
Jerusalem's fucking bombing fucking Palestine. Let's get out of here. I'm done.
Thank you for watching the Stoop Sitters podcast. This doesn't have to be a goodbye. This can be a see you later.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the Stoop Sitters podcast. And if you don't, your vibes are in the fucking basement.
Anything made you angry, make sure to email us, stoopsitters@gmail.com. If you want to email some funny videos, some of your mom's nudes, whatever's going to be the mix that day. So just feel free.
Follow our socials. Actually, just follow the TikTok. Don't give a fuck about any other social. Follow the TikTok. Stoop Sitters Pod.
If you're currently watching these videos in your mom's basement, here's one more and then a second one for you to also tune into.
This has been the Stoop Sitters podcast. There's currently a fart cooked up in the room. We got to get out of here.
Goodbye. No, see you later.